everyone. My name is Katie and welcome to Greenland Quilter channel. I hope everybody has been having a great week so far. And tonight it's just me and Nikolaj, and Nikolaj's just going to tell you right now what he plans on working on. And then I am going to talk to y'all for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get started on the sewing. So go ahead, babe.
All right. Hi, everyone. I have already filled this little forklift from the last live, and a vehicle here. That's from the bank thing, and of course, this is how the train looks like. The transport train, and here is a little bit part of another train. That's like a locking thing with a granite with it. And right now I'll be working on this where this is a dispatcher with this little wagon on it. When I'm done with it, then I will start with of course with none other than Harry Potter train.
That'll be wonderful, honey.
And of course, there's a Dementor bad guy right here with the right here. This is Lupus, and of course Harry and Hermione and what was the third guy?
Don't ask me. I'm not the Harry Potter knowledgeable person. I just watch him.
Harry's friend. Can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, so I don't keep up with who is who.
He'll be part of it. That's what I'm going to run. Start now.
Okay. All right. So, babe, have you seen the mother's set of glasses by any chance?
Nope.
I don't know what. Golly, this looks blurry to me, but it must not be because people had already said something if it was. Okay. Anyway, so I am going to start doing a tip of the day. And then after that, I'm going to tell you a couple things I wanted you to be aware of. Okay, so the last, 4 or 5 lives, I've been having trouble with my thread cutter, and I kept telling y'all that the reason I probably was having problems with my thread cutter is because I needed to clean my machine. You should see this. Check it out. Oops, hang on. This is how much junk I got out of where the bobbin was at. So as you can see, I had a lot inside there. So more than likely, that was what was foo-barring my thread cutter. And I'm sure it's going to be fine now. So the tip of the day is make sure to clean your machine at least once a month. Not wait for, I don't know, a long time. Now, I really don't know what the, I don't follow, or I don't pay attention to rules. Put it that way, not these kind of rules when it comes to your machine. It's up to you what you do. I can tell you that my mother never talked to us about cleaning a sewing machine when we were sewing our clothes. So more than likely she came behind us and cleaned it. I just don't know how often she did it, but at least clean your machine once a month if you're like me and forget to do it. But when you clean your machine, you should change your needle, rethread your machine, and just get all the inside cleaned out really good. That's what you should do. So that way you saw the amount of little dust bunnies I took out of there. That was a lot. And so I really couldn't tell you the last time. Probably the last time I cleaned my machine was probably the last time I changed the needle, which means I don't change my needles very often. And I don't, because I can't afford to just throw them out every 3 or 4 projects. Needles don't grow on trees here in Greenland, meaning I can't go to the store and find needles for my machine, especially when it relates to quilting. So yeah, if you have access to all this, it's your judgment on how often you clean your machine, how often you change your needles, and how often you do everything that relates to your machine. I am planning, I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it exactly, but I need to open the bottom of my machine because I know there's straight pins inside the machine. And when I do it, I think I want to do it so you can see me take the bottom off my Janome. And some of you are going to cringe and think, oh my God, you shouldn't do that. Actually, I had I'm on 2 Janome Facebook groups, and on one of the Janomes, someone there showed me where to get the tech manual, which is what technicians use to repair machines, to clean machines and things like that. And it walks you step by step on how to pull the bottom of this Janome 6700P off. So it's not like I haven't already done it before. I am very, very tender with it, so that, because if I break something, I'm screwed, because I only have this machine. So I am more ginger, very tender with it, so I don't do anything wrong with it. Okay, let me say hello to everyone in the channel. So that was my tip of the day. Clean your machine, change your needle, and rethread it. And let me say hello to everybody. Hello, Judy Neighbors. Hello, Pat D. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Joyce. It's good to see you. Hello, Judy Hebert. Hello, Lori Colgan. And hello, Maritza. Welcome to the chat. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about is a little bit of housekeeping and the plans that I have for this week. As you know, if you have looked at my community tab, I posted, I did a posting of what's for this week, what is planned for the second week. I think this is the second week, or is this the third week? It's technically the second full week, because the first week only had 2 days, yeah, it only had 1 day. Okay, so technically this is the second week. So over on my community tab, I posted the whole month of February of what each week is going to be. So for this week, today, I am going to work on my PMQ Hope, which is going to be for my sister who is a breast cancer survivor. We'll be working on that. Friday, when we go live, I'll be working on my Sugary Dew, which is way behind. So some of you will call it a UFO. Some of you will call it a work in progress. I'm just going to call it a work in progress, because most of my stuff that are UFOs, if you consider it a UFO, has been partially done. It just needs finishing. So I'm going to pick up where I left off. And every week I'll be working on a portion of the Sugary Dew. And I'm not going to kill myself to get it done within a month. I have stretched it out because I have multiple things that I need to be working on. So for this week, it'll be Sugary Dew. And I think I'm doing this every other week, actually. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, every other Friday, I'll be working on my Sugary Dew, unless something new comes along, or if I have a guest and we decide to do a project together. Saturday, I am so excited because finally me and Charisse of I always get her channel wrong. so Hooked on Treasures. That's what her name of her channel is called. So Hooked on Treasures. And if you go over to where I've already uploaded the announcement for the live, and you look in the description box, you will find her exact channel name. And if you click on it, it'll take you straight to her channel. Go over there. I might have her in the bot, actually. Let me see if I do, because she's sung with me before. And I've also interviewed her. And so she's in my podcast. There's a playlist called Podcast. You'll find that I have interviewed. Yep, there's her link. If you are not subscribed to her channel, click on the link in the chat and go over there and subscribe to her, and drop down below one of her videos and say, hi, I came from Katie's, and, say hello to her. Tell her you're excited. Tell her you're looking forward to her sewing with us on Saturday night. Now, Saturday night, I'm going to start on the Fat Quarter Shop's free pattern for the Charm Pack Chili. Now, before I start working on that, we are going to do a refresher, because a week from today is when we're going to start our GQ sew along. GQ means Greenland Quilter, just in case you didn't know that. We're going to start our sew along a week from today. So Saturday and probably Friday night, before I start everything else, like the first 10 minutes of the live, I'm going to refresh what we're doing. And basically, what you need to already have done is all of your 4 patches. And I didn't give you a number of 4 patches because it depended on how big you wanted your quilt to be. And you may do it like I'm going to do it. It's going to be a project. It'll depend on as I get further along on how many of these big squares, 16 and 3/4 inch blocks we're going to make. But for this, a week from today, we are going to sew together 9 patch blocks. That's all we're going to do the whole time is sew. Make sure you've already sewn all your 4 patches. Now, if you haven't and you'd rather wait till Thursday to start on them, that's fine too. Just bring what you've started, and let's get sewing, and let's see how many of those 9 patch blocks that we can make out of 4 patch blocks. Okay, it's going to be very scrappy. There is not going to be a pattern to the thing, where it has a design, unless you do that. I'm going to make it super, super scrappy. So that's what the plan is. And we're going to stay busy sewing, I hope, the whole time. Okay, that's for Saturday. Saturday will also be starting that new sew along for Fat Quarter Shop's Charm Pack Chili. I'm going to show you how to do that block. And then it's up to you if you want to join in on. I'm just going to be taking my sweet time making it. I'll probably make most of the 4 patch because there's 4 patches, 4 patch charms involved in this too. Because the purpose of these 2 sew-alongs that I'm talking about, the one for the channel along with this Charm Pack Chili, is to use charm packs that I've had forever. And I know there's some of you who have plenty charm packs that needs to be sewn on. So this is the plan. We are going to do this for the whole year until we've made a dent in our charm packs. Now, if you don't want to do it, that's okay. I'm not going to get upset that you don't follow along. But I really want to try to use some of these charm packs because there's no point in having them if I'm not going to sew them. That's just silly. So we're going to see if we can't destash some of it by sewing it into scrappy quilts. Okay, Sunday, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Danny of Sew Not Experts is going to join me, and we're going to have a bit of a different kind of live. We're going to be sewing on whatever we decide to sew on, but we are going to have a long discussion about mental health and how our hobbies help us through mental health crisis. Along with, I am hoping that we can get enough people in the discussion that can share what they do to help them through a bad time so that people can add different tips to their toolkit to help them deal with when they're in I call it a funk. And a funk means I'm not sewing, I'm not leaving the house, I'm not walking, I'm not eating, I'm just sitting in front of the TV doing this, 0, because I'm in a funk. And that's because I'm depressed. Now, most of you are saying, well, I thought you said you were happy. I am happy living here. But the world right now weighs heavy on me, and it bothers me. And I suffer from a couple of anxieties and, and a little bit of depression. And just because you say you're happy doesn't mean you can't be depressed. Of course you can. And this stigma of saying, well, you can't be happy and be depressed at the same time, that's wrong. Because you can be the happiest person on the planet, but go through a period of where you just feel sad and you don't know why. And that's where we come in with crafting and sewing and gardening. And I mean, there's so many ways to re-energize your brain. And that's what we're going to talk about on Sunday. So if you're interested, please come. And if you have tips that you have in your toolkit on how you handle a bad period, we need to be sharing it with each other. Because what I want to try to do is build a small community for people who, when they are in a time of need, can come and talk and feel safe. I want it to be more unified. Let's have some unity here because we are living in a world full of chaos and toxicity and vitriol, and we really need a place where we can actually talk to each other and not worry that someone's going to say, we should not be talking about this, or we shouldn't be doing this. No, I want this to be this way. So any of you who need to talk, have a place to come and talk. So that starts on Sunday. This will be our first one. And depending on how the first one goes, will determine if we continue on with it. And it'll only be a once a month kind of affair. Danny will be sharing phone numbers for people who live in the United States. In case you need help, that's the place to go. Or the place to call to say, hey, I need help. You know, I don't know if Europe has anything like this. So if you live in Europe and you know of a phone number that people can call that needs help, share it in this live. I don't know that we have one for Greenland, but I'm looking into it to see if there is one. I don't think there's any Greenlanders watching right now that I know of anyway. Maybe my boss's daughters are watching, because from what I understand, they do watch my lives from time to time. But I just want to do something where we all can talk to each other when we need to talk to each other. So enough of that. Okay, let me say some more hellos to the people in the chat. And I dropped my pencil, sorry. Okay. Hey, Sherry, welcome, welcome. Hello, Create and Relate, welcome. Who else is in? Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do now is make sure you go over to my community tab to see the schedule, because I manually put it in there and I hope it makes sense. There's also, the bot may share a link, I hope, of going to my blog where you can see what I have planned for all of 2025. If you've not seen that, go on over there and read the blog. And some of you are going to be like, oh my God, she's really not good. That's too much. It looks like too much, but if I can accomplish at least 50% of that, I've done good. So, yeah.
I think share. We need to look a little bit closer what Sharon said up to the knife butt. Second, go a little bit up and said, Sherry, say, you'll keep us busy.
Yes, I will keep you busy. That's right. Yeah, let's sew, you guys. Like I told you on one of the previous lives, all of 2024 was winging it. There was no plan really, other than at the very beginning of the year when we did that one sew project. But after that, I dropped the ball because I went to the United States, and I haven't learned how to balance all of this stuff, especially when you make a trip. But I did learn a lot out of this because of me having a YouTube channel and going on a trip. When I need to do, like next year when I go to the United States, I need to have videos made so that you guys have entertainment for when I don't come on live. And I need to do better with trying to go live at least for a half an hour telling you what I've been doing. So you guys can follow along on our trip. And this upcoming trip, if I can plan it properly, just so you know, what I have in mind is I'm going to do Raleigh again, which will be QuiltCon. It'll be my second visit. I want to see if we can't get Nico will fly from Greenland to New York, sorry.
We'll see how it goes.
New Jersey. And I'm hoping I can just send him to Miami and I meet him in Miami. And you're like, why do you want to go to Miami? Because there's two humongous botanical gardens down there, and one in particular that's been on my bucket list forever. And I have a desire to make sure I get that off my bucket list. And I'm going to document it with videos and pictures because I'm a master gardener and I can't help myself. And some of y'all will be bored and some of you will enjoy it. I know I will enjoy it regardless. And I'll be dragging him around while we're doing it. And maybe we can make a drive to the Keys. We'll see. Because there's a lot of road tripping in Florida to be done. So I'll spend some time in Lake City with my daughter with our daughter and grand and her husband. I need to do some things. I need to get myself lined up with Social Security. I need to update my driver's license and update my passport. And I need to do all of that before I do a bunch of road tripping everywhere else. Then we're going to go to Georgia, and from Georgia, we're going to go to South Carolina. And in South Carolina, I'm going to my birth town, which is Charleston, South Carolina. I was born on the Navy base, and I have never seen my birth town. Me and my middle sister were born there, and neither one, well, she may have seen it because her husband was in the Navy, but I haven't seen it. And then we're going to go to Syracuse, New York. We may stop in Virginia and see some friends. Becca, and I'm hoping I would like to drop in and, I don't know, have dinner or lunch with Sean, because that would be great. And then we're going to go to Syracuse, and then in Syracuse we'll spend probably, I don't know, a week and a half or two in there. And while we're in Syracuse, we'll probably cross the Canadian line to go see Niagara Falls, unless of course things worsen between Canada and the United States. We don't know. And then from there, I don't know if we'll drive from Syracuse to Chicago, or if we could either take a train between there, or we can fly between there. Then we're going to hop on the Zephyr train, and the Zephyr train will take us from Chicago to San Francisco, and that's a 2.5-day trip. And it'll give both of us a chance to see more of the United States. I've never seen that top half of the U.S. at all. I've only been in Illinois a couple times, Indiana a couple times, but I've never seen anything that far north past that area. So that's the other plan. So we have lots of ideas of what we want to, because once we end up in California, we're going to go see the other grands. And then from there, we'll probably fly back to New Jersey and then to Greenland. So, yep, that sounds like a lot. We'll see how much of that we can actually accomplish. It all depends on the economy, what's going on between the United States and Canada and Greenland. It's all going to be about this geo stuff going on right now and how it's going to affect us. I might not get to go anywhere if things deteriorate further. Y'all keep Greenland in y'all's prayers, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so all right, what I'm going to do.
Hey, Sherry said Sean planning on going to Raleigh.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep, I know. I'm hoping I'll get to see a bunch of y'all there in QuiltCon. How long will you be here? When I come, I will come ahead of Nikolaj. And so normally I like to stay 12 weeks. That's usually what I do. That way I can get a lot of things done, because I have a lot of stuff I need to do in Florida relating to passports, driver's license, Social Security, all that stuff. I need to get that stuff done because I didn't get it done this last time. Where in North Carolina is this trip? Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where QuiltCon's at. And it'll be probably I think it's around the 3rd week in February is when it's going to be. So, yeah. All right. So if you have more questions, just ask me. All right, so what I'm going to do is, last time y'all saw me working on my hope. See, yeah. When we get closer to QuiltCon and I have my tickets and everything, I will get there probably 3 or 4. My plan is to get there at least 4 days before QuiltCon, because I want to go to, I want to look around Raleigh. I want to go look around. They have a big museum there, and they also have a botanical gardens even there. And I know that 3rd week in February is still wintertime, but tulips and cherry blossoms and things like that should already be in flower, because when I went to Raleigh last year, I was shocked that there was wisterias in flower all over the place in the 3rd week of February when there's no leaves on trees. It was pretty darn amazing. And so, there should be plenty of things to do those 3 or 4 days. Plus, I would like to make a day where I can eat with whoever wants to eat with me. We can meet. We can figure out where we want to meet at, and that's affordable for all of us. Because I don't have to eat at a high price restaurant. I mean, I'd be happy just with Waffle House, but that's some people don't like Waffle House. But maybe between all of us who want to get together, we can figure out something.
You have to wait for one specific area for me too, though.
What?
Texas Roadhouse.
I don't even know if there's a Texas Roadhouse in Raleigh.
I don't know, but
I know I'm not allowed to eat at Texas Roadhouse without you. I got that. One thing Jess did tell me though was that there is a place that you can eat Indian food that's not too pricey, and I would like to at least eat Indian food one time because I've never eaten it. And she said there was a place that you could I think something about a really cool ice cream shop. That sounds like fun. There's a barbecue. She says barbecue is something big in North Carolina, so you know we might get planned that. It depends on what everybody's taste is. Now, when I ate with Becca and some of the quilt friends, we ate at a place called 50 something. I can't remember. It was 50 or 60. I can't remember. It was an odd name for a restaurant, and it had a decent menu, but I spent a lot of money to eat in there. I mean, I ate lamb, and lamb was the same price as ribeye because there was nothing else on the menu that even interested me. I wasn't going to spend $30 on a hamburger. No, not happening. I can go to McDonald's and eat a hamburger and be happy with that. You know, that's just how I am. But I'm not going to pay $30 for a hamburger at a restaurant when I can go up the road and eat it for $10. So, you know, that's how I am. And some will say, well, a fancy restaurant's hamburgers are better. A hamburger is a hamburger in my book. I don't care. Yeah, 55, Sherry, that's what it's called. But I ate lamb in there, and oh my God, it was so darn good. I was grossing everybody out at the table because I guess they've had bad experiences with lamb. And I ate lamb tenderloin is what I ate. And it was so yummy. And I talked them into taking a bite. And then they're like, oh, you're right. It doesn't taste gamey. No, if you cook it right, it doesn't. So sometimes you have to expand your horizons. And I did it that day. I took a leap of faith, hoping it tasted good. No, not Highway 55. It was in some strip mall. But the name of the restaurant, I'll have to ask Becca what the name of it was again. Shelby would know because I think Shelby ate with us. And I forget who else ate with Ian did. He was with us. Shelby was with us. I can't remember who else was. There was about 8 of us, I think. But it's very pricey restaurant. So I'm hoping we can find. There is a Texas Roadhouse in Raleigh, honey.
I heard that. I saw that.
Oh, you gotta let me do it because that's not so pricey. It's pricey, but not like that place we ate at. Well, I didn't know there was one there.
Well, Sherry, about the Texas Roadhouse, it's a tradition between me and my wife.
Yeah, we have always eaten at Texas Roadhouse together, and that's why I don't. Yeah, when he asked me, will you wait till I come so we can eat it together? So yeah. Hey, Joy T, welcome, welcome. Hey, hello. Who else might have walked in that I missed? All right. Lamb is great if cooked right. Yes, it is. And then she says, Indian food is great. I've never eaten Indian food, so this chickadee is going to at least try it once. You should try the Angus barn. Oh, I've never eaten there. That sounds interesting, Rita. And hello there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish clue 5 of my Tree of Life Hope. That's what we're going to finish. And if I get that finished, then I'm going to start on clue. And by the way, these are in no certain order. This is clue 2. So we'll be going backwards again. Okay. So last time we worked on this, I had already made flying geese. I just needed to finish pressing them open so that I could sew them together. So that's what we're going to work on first. And uh-oh, we're missing something. Oh, there it is. And these have to be sewn on because we're making these long strips right here. That's what we're making. And we're making 8 of those. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over to the iron and finish pressing the ones I haven't opened the other side of the flying geese up on. And then we're just going to start sewing these together. That's the plan. Let's see. You should go. I love Texas. I do too, man. There's no place like they make the best ribeye steaks, and their salads, unless something's changed. Their salads are so freaking good. Oh. Rita says that, or someone said, who said that? Sherry said that Angus Farm's a bit pricey, but the atmosphere is great. And I do not mind paying more for food if the atmosphere and the service is great. I agree with you, Rita. It's all about that. I don't want to eat at a place where you have crabby, grumpy waiters or the food tastes bad or, you know, one of my biggest pet peeves is if a waitress doesn't keep my tea glass filled with iced tea. I should not have to chase you down to get more to drink. And I tip well because of that. If you take that glass and I don't have to remind you to come and fill it up, then you're going to get a good tip from me. If you're not so great at it, you might not get at, you'll still get tipped. I'm not going to stiff them. Because stiffing it, I used to be a waitress and stiffing sucks. But you earn what you know, if you're a great waitress, you get paid very well with tips. If you're sucky, then, you know, there's that. Okay, let me press these real quick. I have a poll going on up top. Please vote on the poll. And then in the chat, while I'm pressing these, tell us, I think what I asked you to say was, wait a minute, hang on. Do you have a plan in 2025 for either your WIPs or works in progress? So vote up there and then down below here in the chat, tell us what your plans are for those WIPs or UFOs.
Joyce Hernandez.
Hey, Joyce Hernandez. Thanks, babe.
And George asked you, how soon should you look for a room or APB?
We started looking into an air. Okay, so was it October, honey, or November that I've got my, I think it was October I bought my tickets for QuiltCon. Your best bet, this is how I do everything. When I know I'm going to go to the United States and when I'm going to go, I go ahead and basically set up my plan of where I'm going and when I'm going. And then I start securing things as early as possible. So the Airbnb was secured I'm thinking we secured the Airbnb in November. And there's a small deposit that we had to put down. And, you know, as long as you have to do a deposit on an Airbnb, but on a hotel, you don't. Okay. But you can pre-plan even hotels months in advance to save money. You can pre-plan flying in advance and pay for your tickets way in advance and save a ton of money. Same thing with setting up a rental car. Anything you do several months in advance will save you money. If you wait till a week before you're going to travel, you're going to pay a high price for it, because I don't know why that is, but it's very expensive. So it's cheaper if you can do it. If you know you're going to for sure go, do it as far in advance as you want to and start looking. That little Airbnb that me and Christine and my daughter stayed at, oh my gosh, that was a cute little house. It was 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, full kitchen. It had a long dining table where you could have a bunch of people over to eat with you. The living room was humongous. Actually, someone could have slept on the sofa. 2 people could have slept on the sofa, actually. The master bedroom had a California king bed in it. The other 2 bedrooms had queen size beds in them. The kitchen was had a coffee maker, and it was fully packed for coffee and stuff. There was stuff in the cabinet, seasoning and things like that, dishes to eat on. In the bathroom, they supplied towels, shampoo and conditioner, and hand soap. I mean, everything that you might not want to travel with because it's liquid, they had it inside the Airbnb. And they had a small list of rules, and one of the rules was don't be partying after 10 o'clock at night, especially outside. What was when you leave, please strip the bed, and there was a basket to put all the dirty sheets into. That's all they asked for. And they really didn't ask you to clean the house or anything, but me and Christine cleaned before we left. So when we got an email from the owner of the Airbnb, and they were like, "You're the first group of people we've ever had in all the years we've had this little house that cleaned up after themselves and left the place the way they found it, except for the sheets. The sheets were in the dirty basket, which is what we were supposed to do." They were totally surprised we had cleaned up after ourselves. I'm like, why wouldn't you? I just like, don't leave a hotel room in a mess. I don't do that either. You know, the bed might be not made, but all of our trash and everything's in the trash can, and the sinks are not left wrecked, all of that, you know. Thank you, Joyce, for paying the rent on the way in. Yep, y'all hit that thumbs up like button for me. All right, let me get back over here pressing. Keep an eye out for it.
Oh.
That soup is good.
Mm-hmm. Soup's good.
Yeah.
You know me.
That's why I wanted you to make soup. It tastes so good.
Is that the only way?
No. But you do make some darn good soup. But you also like what I make.
Oh.
In fact, you leave seams open on this. Yes, okay, I need to finger press these seams open first. I just looked and it looks like I pressed this. Yep, I did. Okay. So how has everybody's day been today? And what have you been working on, if you've been working on anything? I have some pictures to show y'all here directly too, from when Nikolaj went to town earlier. Y'all, we have gotten so much snow, and the temperatures have been low enough over a period of time that our fjords and the harbor has built its own sea ice. The sea ice did not come from the East Coast. It was built right here because of how cold it is. And this, I've never seen it this cold in all the time I've been here, right? Because that fjord's never had weather-made ice on it that I can recall. Usually it's when ice floats down here. I'm pressing open my seam before I put the hot iron on it. I just realized I was pressing these seams open.
Quilter just everyone.
Hey, Lisa. I hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. But anyway, I wanted to share the pictures with you because I think you'll love them. And we'll do a screen share on that here directly. But I want to get these sewn first, and then we'll share pictures, and then we'll start on the next clue. She's been busy in there, huh? Nora, yeah.
You want to see a little bit, then go back, get back again.
She likes that ball. Yep. Even when it doesn't have treats in it.
Joyce Hernandez has been lazy all day.
Lazy?
Crystal said, Frida said, it's hard to tab without using my left hand index finger. Had a discussion with rotary cutter.
Uh-oh.
Cutter one.
Oh, no.
Georgie said, would like to go to the cold cut early. Stay like a week and have to find roommates.
Hey, we need to talk because we could set up something.
Shared her cut her on the rotary cutter too.
Who did?
Sherry.
All these people getting cut on rotary cutters. Ouchie, that's not good.
I can get it out and make a cut on you.
You are not cutting me with a rotary cutter.
I said not with a rotary. I said a knife.
No, thank you. No threatening me.
I'm not threatening. I'm just teasing you. As always.
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 My big polar bear. Oh, we have so much fun, don't we, babe?
Oh, yeah.
Nikolaj got the bad news this morning too. He goes back to work on, you fly out on the 3rd, right? No, probably a couple days before then.
Yeah.
So he's got to fly to Iceland and they're going back to work on March the 3rd. Well, at least I got you for most of February at least. Yep. I'm hoping all of February, but I ain't holding my breath.
We'll see when I get the tickets.
Yep. It'll be about the tickets. So, yep, he's got to go back to work, and that means that you're going to see me moping again. Hi, everyone I missed. Bye, everyone. I'm ready to get off from work. Oh, text came on while we were live. I will do that, Joy T, because when we rented that Airbnb between the 3 of us, it only ended up being $225, and that was for 4 nights. You can't go wrong. There's nowhere, not even a hotel, that you can stay at for 4 nights in a row for that kind of price. Nowhere. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. Not enough time with him. There's never enough time with him, ever. But sometimes people make comments, and I think their comments are, I don't know, mean. They're like, you knew what you were signing up for when you got married to him. Yeah, I did. I knew I was going to be the wife of a sailor. That doesn't make it any less painful. I always post this little saying on my Facebook when he leaves that parting brings such sweet sorrow. It's a quote by who wrote Romeo and Juliet? Babe. Who's the writer of Romeo and Juliet?
And Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. It's a Shakespearean quote. Yeah. Because he also wrote Hamlet and a bunch of other things. Yeah, people have said that. And I'm like, really? When they say that to me, I'm like, you just have no idea, do you? It's like if you have a husband who's in the Navy.
Army.
Or Army. Or, well, in anywhere where it takes your loved one away for weeks at a time. Or months at a time.
Military.
Yeah, it's the same as being in the military, pretty much. People can be, I don't know, mean. There's none of this kindness you used to see when I was growing up. Joy T says definitely I'm in, Katie. Maybe we can stay an extra night or two. Yeah, because I plan on exploring a little bit of Raleigh because I don't know about anybody else. But man, Raleigh shocked me. I was thinking it was this, I don't know what I was thinking it was. Frankly, I didn't know what to expect. And how many of these were we supposed to be doing here with this on the left side? We need to do 16 of them. Okay, got it. I didn't know what to expect, and I was pretty pleased with the way it was. It seems like it kind of reminded me of Lake City, sorta, because it's about the same size, maybe. I don't know what the population is of Raleigh. But there was things there that I really wanted to go see. They had a museum there that I didn't know about until like the last day I was in Raleigh. And by then I had already gotten sick. And so it was mission get me back to Lake City in case I had to see a doctor and all this kind of stuff. So so this next time I want to get there 3 to 4 days earlier than QuiltCon and then stay maybe 2 to 3 more days after QuiltCon where I can just actually go exploring before I go before I go to Florida.
I'll be gone for 2 months, Sherry.
Yep, 2 months again. And so that means you'll get home in May.
Yeah.
Sometime in May. Haha, I know that one. Rita says, haha, I know that one. I bought some of the titanium blades, love them, but wow, do they stay sharp for a long time. Yeah, you know, I use my embroidery blades until they start being a pain in the butt. Sherry shakes. People are how Rita says people are how to put this nicely, well, jerks. Yep. Yes, they are, Rita. How long will you be gone this time? And you just answered that question. Joyce says, just tunes comments like that out. Yeah. Sometimes I want to smack people when they act like that. I'm like, if I wanted your, I call it the peanut gallery comments, I would have asked for it, you know? When people say stuff like that they're rude and they're being sarcastic. I honestly don't know how many UFOs I have, but I did finish several quilt projects in 2020. Oh, cool. You know what? I was thinking about making a couple challenges to you guys or ask you a question. What would you think about having a UFO WIP challenge? Not as in we're going to finish them all in 1 year. That's not the challenge I'm talking about. I challenge you to sit down and make a list of all your WIPs or and UFOs. Now, if you're like me, you may consider a WIP the same thing as a UFO because most of I think I only have, everything I have has been started and maybe halfway through it. So I consider those to be works in progress, not UFOs, because they're not forgotten about. I just haven't finished them. Have you tried resharpening your blades? I don't have a sharpener, so I can't resharpen. Rita says, I was in Raleigh in 1979, still in high school, on vacation with my foster parents. Great trip. I went to see the yeah, that's where I want to go, is the Natural History Museum. They have a big one from what I read. That's one of the things it's famous for. And we passed by some type of, I don't know what kind of park it was, but it looked interesting. Cool, William. So I want to challenge y'all, and you can post your information in the Greenland Quilter group, or email me. And it's up to you if you want to make a list of all of them, or if you can just say, well, I have 20 of these. I don't care. Share whatever you feel led to share. And then I will put it all in I'll add all of it up and we'll see how many. Here's why I want to do a challenge. I want to see between all of us who comes forward and shares the numbers, how many UFOs or WIPs or both are actually out there that we all have between all of us. I bet we'll be shocked at the numbers. Sherry says it would take her all year to make a list. When I taught classes, I never had time to finish my own. How long would it take you to count them all, though? Sherry says, I'll just let you know how many I get finished. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all how many I get finished this year. My goal is to get more than the current fixing to start up PMQ. The other one, the Wild West PMQ, that's going to get finished. And I'm going to go backwards on my PMQs. And let's see how many of them I actually can get the tops finished on. Because I have backs for some of them and some of them I don't, because the older ones, I didn't know any better about buying backing. So they don't have any backing. So I'll have to come up with a plan of what kind of backing to put on some of those. But if I could finish what I have, or at least half of them, I'll be a happy camper. So anyway, just share what you want to do. You don't have to list all of them. Just tell me if you just want to count them and then send me the numbers, that's fine too. Or you can post the numbers over on the Greenland Quilter Facebook group. Take your pick. Sherry says they're in 3 different rooms. Wowee. Are they all a bunch of big ones or little ones, or are they very inside? Create and Relate says, I I have so many projects, laugh out loud. Okay, let me ask you a question. Out of your UFOs or WIPs, how many of them are small projects? Let's hear just you can just guess. How many of them are small projects? Trying to think of any that I never finished or UFOs. I do not have anything. I only have current quilts I am doing now. Oh, cool, Rita. I have some pizza boxes with blocks in them and some folded up quilt tops waiting to be quilted. Cool. Oh, is that a coffee maker?
Yeah.
Put it in front of the camera where they can see it.
A little coffee machine. Who's a coffee drinker here? Or tea?
We're not coffee drinkers.
What happened with my
The,
confiscate again?
give me that.
Ah,
No, give it. No,
oh.
it's under. Hey, no biting me. Give me it back. Give it back. You cannot have it because you can't play nice.
Yeah.
Do you figure in kits? If you started them and didn't finish them, yeah. Where does the water go in the coffee? Rita's asking, honey.
Hmm?
Rita wants to know, where does the water go and coffee go?
There's a little class in there where you can, I think, make a coffee. It's like a real coffee machine, guys. Putting a water in it.
Orca. Rita likes that orca.
Yep.
Yeah, I put the orca under arrest.
Again.
I need me some command strips so I can command strip into my sewing machine. And then somebody can't be biting me with them. I have been getting them done as far as the ones that needed quilting. Now, the quilting one, I don't know when my stuff's going to get quilted, but I am going to take a certain person up on quilting a couple of mine that's made an offer. Got to pack them in a box and send it. Joy T, I just took all my crumbs and scraps, sewed them all together and made a big piece of fabric. Then made a whole lot of quilted cards with, oh, wow, that's very cool, Rita. That's awesome. So next week, Tuesday of next week, it's hand quilting school on Tuesday with Sherry. So don't forget about that. And I'll be reminding you of the next several days that we're going to be doing she's going to be teaching us how to hand quilt. So make sure you got your stuff together for that too. Because we are going to school with Sherry. Or I am at least. Because I don't know how to hand sew. Not in the right way anyway.
Not even sew some stitches?
Yeah, but I don't know how to tie them off properly and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's a good idea, Katie. Yep, it is. Is anyone doing cotton cuts flyaway small? I'm doing flyaway, but it's not a small. Which one are you doing, Joy T? Help. I think I missed something. Quilting On says, I have about a 6-inch stack of 4.5-inch scrappy squares. Add to it when I have extra strips or mistake blocks. And then Rita says, I actually prefer hand sewing to machine sewing. That's interesting. Hand sewing is probably going to be fun, but it's also I think it's going to take longer to do stuff. Oh, Tula Small, Joy T says. Cool. That Tula one looks pretty. Speaking of Tula, I think we're working on Tula on Saturday. I think. I don't know, gotta look. Because I'm gonna start my granddaughter's project or quilt. Hand quilting seems to last longer. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. All righty. Let's see where we are on the polls. We have 26 votes. How many people are watching, babe?
I don't know. I can't
Oh,
see it.
you have to bring the browser up to see it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can look at the browser on my end. I forgot I minimized that so you didn't have to deal with it. We have 28 in here. And we've had 27 votes. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Here's where we are on current vote stats. And the question was, how many current WIP/UFOs do you have? Do you have a plan for them in 2025? And you were supposed to comment below about that in the chat. So 43% said they have 1 to 10. 25% said they had 11 to 20. 18% said 21 to 30. Wow. 14% said they have no WIPs or UFOs. That is interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I need to come up with a new poll. What was I going to ask you guys? Oh, I know. We're going to end this poll. Where'd it go? You should have showed in the screen. The next poll. Here's my next question because I want to do this later in the year. There it is. My next poll is on a later in the year sew along. This is what I'm going to ask you about. Would you be interested in doing a 2-color quilt top? You get to pick the color. You get to pick only 2 colors. If you say yes, in the chat, give us an idea of what colors you would do as a 2-color quilt. Okay? And I'm going to add a third option here that says maybe. I've never done a 2-color quilt, and I'm thinking I would like to do that as a sew along. And we can come up, we can all decide on if we want to do our own pattern or if we want to keep it simple, you know, using a certain size block, whatever. Okay, so let me start the poll. Let's see what you have. Go ahead and vote. Share your vote, and then in the chat, tell us what colors you would like to use together as 2 colors.
Ronald Weasley. There it is. Ronald Weasley.
See, I would have never even thought of his name.
Ronald Harry Potter. Ronald Weasley, Harry Potter. Hermione Granger. Lupin.
Didn't they just call him Weasley instead of Ronald?
Ronald. His name was Ronald, and Weasley was his last name.
I know, but didn't they just call him Weasley to start with? They didn't really call him Ronald?
It was Ronald.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
So far, Rita says golden burgundy. That would be interesting coloration together. Joyce says, I'll be back going outside to wait on a delivery. Okay, Joyce. Sherry says a red and white or wedge wood blue with white. Joyce Hernandez says purple and teal. Woo! I was thinking about a purple and teal too. And then Pat says either a red and white or a purple and white. Quiltanon says blue and white. And looks to me like so far the poll is saying 80% is saying yes, they'd be interested in doing that type of sew along. Sherry says she's getting her food. Okay. What's for dinner, Sherry?
Enjoy your food too.
Yep, enjoy. Joyce says a red and white or a black and white. Yummy. That'll be fun. Joy T says, I like batiks, so maybe purple and teal or red and white. Okay. Teal and purple sounds like something I would want to try. Because I didn't know you could put teal with purple until I saw it at QuiltCon. Hey, Teresa Louise, how are you? I hope you're doing better. Hey, Michelle. We have two people come in. One of them said hi to you, Nico.
I can't see them because this pole is in the damn way.
Just click on it and it'll go away.
Yeah, I did. No.
Patience. My gosh, you're so feisty. How's the what? Move. Go do it.
Right then. Arr.
You do is do this. Oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's gone now, see? Click on the three dots and minimize it. How you doing, Teresa? Hey, Giovanna. Sorry. How you doing, Giovanna? Now I remember to correct my pronunciation of her name.
Hi, Michelle.
Okay. Michelle says our daughter's wedding colors were purple and teal. They were beautiful together. Well, it sounds like something I want to do is purple and teal. So don't forget to do the poll if you just came in and haven't done it yet. Uh-oh, now it dropped down to 69%. All right, now I can finally sew it now that I got everything pinned. The other day when y'all were watching my live and I showed you guys that I was about to run out of thread, on my last live, when I was sewing whatever it was I was sewing, I didn't realize it till I came in here earlier today to I decided I was going to clean my machine before we started the live, and I discovered that I had already used all the thread off that spool. It was completely empty, and I didn't even realize it. So another spool gone. Anyone wants to feel sorry for me, y'all can send me some Dove Gray Aurifil 50-weight thread in the mail. I'm on my last regular size, the bigger spool by Aurifil, and then after that I have one of these. And when that runs out, I don't have any more. It's 26, the number for the Dove Gray is 2600. Uh-oh, the orca's gonna fall off the top of the machine. I need another piece of fresh tape there. That one got messed up because I was rethreading the machine. I definitely need to find some command strips from the store that I can stick up here because they won't leave a residue on the machine. There's a lot of these, 16 of these bad boys.
Done.
Thank you, babe. Parka is now chained back to the sewing machine, where it can't go anywhere. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that. Thanks, Katie, for the great tips and orca demos. Yep, that orca's gonna be sitting on this machine for a while. Maybe I could turn the camera a little more where you can see him better. See, there's a little heart right here. That's a Lego right there. And I think Nikolaj might have some more in something. Maybe.
I got one in Home Alone set.
Isn't that the one you gave me already?
Yep.
So there's no other sets that has them?
Nope.
Then I guess we need a special order of them or something, huh? And I can put them all over my machine. Wouldn't that be something? Ah, somebody got tired of the ball and now she's in here underneath the table.
She was here for what, 10, 15 minutes right here.
Oh, was she hanging out with you?
Yeah.
Did Shelby come in here?
How about Gabe?
Hey, Shelby. How come y'all are seeing it faster than I am? I must have missed something. Hey, Shelby, how you doing? If you just came in, don't forget to do the poll. And then down below in the chat, tell us what 2 colors you would use as a 2-color quilt. So long. There's a lot of these. There's so many of them. Okay. All right. You can trap the sewing machine when he goes back to sea. That's right, I can. I have to steal it out of the inside of the creator set.
The what? Oh,
No, the sewing machine.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right, because it's inside the creator set. Did you guys see that he posted the picture of the sewing machine over on the Greenland Quilter Facebook group along with the list of what you needed to make the sewing machine? Shelby says, Jess came in a bit ago lurking while I get some things done around the house. I hope you are having a good day, Shelby. And then Rita says, I think I'm actually going to make a teal and gold quilt now that would be a concept for me, a quilt with only 2 colors. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it so long. And then either people can use their own pattern and their own 2 colors, or we can come up with a simple pattern one that's free. I don't want to make it too hard. And I'm hoping it's, you know, if you have the 2 colors, it's from your stash. Because this chickadee is 3 months in on not buying any fabric. No money, no buying fabric. When I get done running the seam roller over these, because I'm opening the seams, I'm going to go over and press them real quick on the oven. I mean, iron, sorry. I don't know why I said oven. What the heck?
I could because you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm still hungry. I mean, I could have went back for seconds, but I didn't have time to eat seconds. That soup is really good. It's like, I want some more. you do not? Oh, Rita says she doesn't have a stash. So you would have to go out and buy something then. Okay, gotcha. Shelby says, yes, thanks. In case you haven't heard, Katie, I was laid off from my job, so I'm trying to figure out my next adventure. I'm so sorry to hear that, Shelby. Lots of people are being unemployed right now in the United States. Too many. So sorry to hear that, sweetie. My next, Teresa says her next quilt will be teal. Awesome. Giovanna said she did a quilt with only shades of blue, and it was a sea themed one. Cool. If you want to share your channel, type the exclamation mark selfie to share your channel link. And for those who may not have, when you see someone posting their channel link, if you're not subscribed, run over there and share the love and subscribe to their channel. You'll be helping out a small channel by doing that. Oh, I am sorry for the people in the yeah, Giovanna, you ain't the only one. I watched a Senate hearing yesterday. Oh, I couldn't believe my ears. This one has to be fixed. That one is off. The Senate hearing had to do with Greenland, just so you know. Only thing I'm going to say about this is, do you know how many times I heard the word we during that whole entire Senate meeting? And it was, we want to use these minerals, and we have the right to these minerals, and we have the right to this, and we have the right to that. And I'm thinking, not one person that talked yesterday about Greenland was a Greenlander. Not one. Not even a Dane. Teal with unicorns applique. Rita says teal with unicorns applique. Interesting. I already have unicorn. Oh, that sounds cool. Hey, Teresa, are you going to do any more collage quilts anytime soon? Because I really love the horse ones you did. I want to do the horse one. We are fighting it, Sherry. My boss, her husband, Kenneth, is a diplomat. And between Bitsy and him and a lot of the other people who have been that are over there right now watching all this go on, and over here watching, they've been making sure that the Greenland people know about the hearings and stuff, so that if they understand English, they can go and watch the hearings. I'm just shocked by the amount of, one of the things that got said yesterday, more than once actually, was they're just 56,000 people, and they're the size of some place in Ohio. So all they have to do is, they 56,000 people cannot take care of a country that's twice the size of Alaska. And I'm thinking, who do you think you are even saying that? So while I'm ironing, can everybody hear me okay? Now, since I brought that subject up, the Greenlandic people want to do business with people, but they also want to be an independent country. And that's nothing political, that's just being a country. That's being a patriot. What, a patriot? Yeah, a patriot. Because you want to stand up for your country. Do you think Your nephew went into the military because of all of this.
Oh.
He just wanted to do something different.
Yeah, I think it's just part of the education.
I'm almost done, y'all, with pressing, and then we'll start the next phase. It is hot in here.
King's Cross, 9 3/4.
What is?
King's Cross, 9 3/4. Harry Potter movie.
Oh,
where he had to cross that wall to go to the Hogwarts Express.
oh, see, I wouldn't even know what you're talking about. It goes to show you how much I know about Harry Potter. Even though I've watched the movies. So you agree about it being too hot in here?
No, I think so. Or air it out.
Yeah, let some fresh air in because I am sweating. All right, now we have all 16 of these done. Now the next part is wait a sec.
You mean this one, Matthew?
Harry Potter's platform 9 3/4. Shelby knew what she was talking about. I didn't. Quiltanon says, I think that's what the people behind the curtain do. Go after. That's exactly what they're after. Because uranium was brought up yesterday, and so far for the last 12 years, the Greenland people have said no about opening that mountain.
The hole should look like this, Matthew.
So she must be a Harry Potter fan. And I had to get out the ripper because I have to fix one of these because it moved. But I don't think I'm gonna have to rip it all the way out, just part of the way. There's a saying, wish in one hand and yep, in the other. See which one fills up first. He's doing a lot of wishing, says Sherry. Some of the stuff, my goodness. You cannot have all of the world. It's the 21st century, and this colonization crap is no longer acceptable.
Yeah, I have listened to the books here. I mean, Matthew.
Her name is Shelby.
Okay, Shelby. All right. I've listened to the books, both Danish and English. I always had a fun when I'm listening to it again and again. It's never a dull moment. I just have to laugh. What Henry did was sometimes stupid. When he do something stupidity.
So did the movies keep all the stupid stuff out?
No, there's some. There might still some that is still visible.
Because I would, what example do you have about it being stupid?
That's like when he do something stupid things, like thinking of this and this, and then suddenly he realized, I am stupid not thinking of this, blah blah blah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He wish he'd have thought of something.
Yeah.
Okay, got ya. I've watched the Harry Potter movies with Nikolaj, but I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Now I could tell you all the characters in that, and I have read the books so many times. I was 13 when I read the whole trilogy, the first go around, along with The Hobbit.
This is those in Audible.
You know, by the time we get to the end with Anita Blake, that new book might be out, babe.
Probably.
And then we'll have a new book to listen to.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. Because maybe they'll be getting married at some point.
Well,
without someone trying to keep them from doing it anyway.
I know, Giovanna. You cannot put everything in, but what I have heard through the audibles, it's the one that I'm talking about. When he was doing some stupidity.
The movies are really compressed, says Shelby. Giovanna, Teresa is very talented. She does beautiful work. Yeah, you should go over and see her videos of her horses. They are so cool. I want to do one. I just haven't got around to it. Shelby says, I didn't enjoy the Lord of the Rings books as a kid. I like the stories well enough, but don't care for Tolkien's writing. Yep, his writing style is hard to understand. I liked them because I just liked reading. I was always a reading person, and it was interesting to me. But like when my daughter wanted to read them, I said, I'm going to forewarn you that reading his books are difficult. And she says, what do you mean? I said, because he's very technical with how he writes is one of them. And secondly, the language that he uses is not necessarily a type of English you hear very often. It's like the old English speaking stuff. Giovanna says she prefers sci-fi. I like sci-fi too. I've been keeping up with the Amazon's called the something the ring, the power of the ring or whatever it's called. And it's been interesting so far. We get to learn more about how Galadriel became so powerful. Rita says she likes sci-fi and horror movies and books. My favorite books are King and Anne Rice. I like Anne Rice books, but I can't watch horror movies, period, anymore. I used to could when I was younger, but not anymore. Too many bad dreams. Comes with PTSD, I guess.
Well, have you watched any interview with a vampire?
Yes.
That's from Anne Rice's book, the first
I
book.
know that, babe.
I got all of the audiobooks from Anne Rice of that.
Some of them I don't want to. There's some of them I don't care to read. I read her beauty series though. Oh my goodness.
All of them? All four of them?
All of them. I actually have the whole set.
I got the 1 to 3.
Yeah, but I don't know that I want to listen to them on Audible. There's a couple sections in the 4 books that are pretty tough. Sherry says she can't watch horror movies either. Yeah, I used to go watch them, but not, yeah. I stopped being able to watch them about halfway through my marriage. The vampire, okay, the vampire, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was good. Yep, it was okay. I liked Angel better. And he's a hottie.
Haven't seen them.
Oh my gosh. Angel's a pretty good series. can't watch horror or anything that has a lot of suspension.
Oh,
Suspension. Maybe she means
I don't know.
suspense. Yeah, gotcha.
I know a guy that used to be with sailing with us on board. Every time he coming on board, all we have to do is just watch him and put a horror movie into it. He can jump.
Oh, is he scared? Easy peasy scary?
No, it's more like when he's having a when he was home, he's drinking a lot,
Oh,
basically every day. Then when he got on board, he got these little shakings
yeah.
because he'd been drinking too much. And watching scary movies with him, it's always hilarious to see. He can jump.
Must be tough having to watch him withdraw on board. Do not like horror, love sci-fi and fantasy, says Pat. Out of all the scary movies before I got where I couldn't watch them anymore, the one that I liked watching the most was probably the worst of them all, was Hellraisers. That one, I liked that one. Now, them newer movies called Saw, I can't watch any of them, not even a commercial about them, because I just,
Too much graphic.
Too graphic. With Friday the 13th, by the third movie, I'm like, it's the same old thing. He's going to go in and kill a bunch of kids. So why bother to watch them? They're the same story over and over. And then Nightmare on Elm Street, the first 2 or 3 of them were, okay. But then they were the same thing. You know, the writers just keep repeating the same story, just writing it in a different way. And to me, that's just boring. But there's some movies I've never watched. I can't watch any of the Chucky movies. I tried to watch Chucky one time and I turned it off because I'm like, nope, not doing it. So I know I'm not into watching movies that use dolls to scare people.
Supernatural.
You and I have to watch that one together. Don't you remember?
Yeah.
We need to start in the beginning, but that series is a little hard in spots for me.
Oh, what about Prison Break?
That's not a horror movie. And no, I don't think I would find that interesting either.
Oh, you need to watch it because it's the first series. Oh my, I love it.
I know you love those kind of things. Isn't that by some famous book writer?
Game of Thrones books too. I've never seen the movies.
Wait, what? You haven't watched any of them?
Nope.
Then we need to watch those together because I have the whole thing.
I know.
On DVD or either Blu-ray. I think it's DVD. And House of the Dragon, I've watched the first 2 seasons of that. And so far, I think they're completely tame compared to the original series.
Giovanna, I'm with you on that.
What?
I am a cartoon freak too.
Yes, he is. Me, I don't watch cartoons. Especially if it's the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner out, because I start screaming at the TV. Because I just think that the Wily Wolf needs to win sometimes. And what's the other one that Bugs Bunny likes to tease all the time? Besides Wily Wolf.
It's not. It's Bugs Bunny. With Bugs Bunny.
Oh, Roadrunner. It's the Roadrunner. I feel sorry for the Roadrunner.
Roadrunner is with a Wile E. Coyote.
You got the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner hour that used to be on TV all the time. And after watching several of them, I'm like, well, this is not fair. I'm not watching this. Because I'm always for the underdog.
Cold enough for you now?
Yep. The hot air's been let out. Thanks, babe. It feels much better in here. Fresh air again. I think these lights heat up this house. What do you think, babe? The lights contribute to it, but we're also covered. Our house is covered in snow right now.
Yep.
I have some pictures to show y'all in a minute.
You could save that for like 30 minutes
I'm
ago.
almost, excuse me, but I'm almost finished with these.
Yeah, you've been almost been finishing for 25,000 minutes ago.
Stop giving me a hard time, mister.
I won't give you a hard time.
Stop giving me a hard time,
I won't
mister.
give you a hard time.
Nope, mister, not your job.
I will. Okay. Just wait.
Yep. Nora's like, what's going on? What do you two do? It's hilarious. Sometimes we'll be teasing each other, and she'll come and sit between us like, what's wrong with you two? Why are you talking like that? And we're not raising voices or nothing. We're just laughing and joking around. Quiltanon says, I say. Hey Terry, how are you? Is that Yubara or is it Ibarra? How do you say your name? Can you write the pronunciation?
Yubara.
It looks like Yubara. Yeah.
Yubara. I'm
like,
guessing.
I'm like
Yubara.
that U sound. Yeah. That's what it looks like to me too. But
so I butchered. I'm sorry about that. I'm just guessing.
Shelby wants to know which clue are you on for your sister's quilt? This is clue number 5. And when I get finished with this tonight, I'm going to start on clue number 2. And yeah, I know. And the reason I got clue number 2 is because they had to resend me clue number 2 because clue number 2 never got here. So I had a gap where I couldn't sew clue number 2 because it wasn't here. So and I had already done 3, 4, and I was working on 5 when I finally got clue 2 because they had to resend it. So that's why. But now I have all of the clues, and I can just, as soon as I'm gonna go backwards first and get that one done, and then I'll move forward with the rest. Ibarra. Or Ibarra. Like Ibarra. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for telling us. Because I didn't want to say it wrong. But you never know about that Y sound. Kind of like that J sound. Right, honey?
Uh-huh.
It's not Jolson. Jolson. Right, my love?
Yes, it did. My love.
Hi, Laura. Okay, I'm pressing these, so give me a minute. And I have, when I finish pressing these will be all 8 of this clue done. For clue number 5. Wow, I keep doing that. What's the matter, Nora? She's going back to mess with the ball again?
Yep. You know, there's still snags in it.
You can hear it?
Yep.
Oh, so she must have got tired of trying and gave up for a little while.
Yep.
She's consistent. I'll have to say that for her. She'll go back and keep trying until she gets all of them out. So we have this ball. It's and it's a pretty tough ball that she hasn't been able to tear, although I'm starting to see a rip around the hole. And you can fill it with treats, and it's one of those kind of balls that stimulates a dog to think about how to get something out of the ball. And she rolls it around until she figures out how to turn it just right to get the treats out.
Laura Sophie's here.
Yep, I already said hi to her.
Well, she got one.
She got one out. I heard her snacking. Crunch, crunch, crunch. She really likes those blueberry salmon treats.
Yep.
Okay, so 3 is pressed. Another poll. What can I custom mix? Three more done. Now we got 2 left. And then I could show you pictures, and then we'll start on the next clue.
Come on. Yeah, it's true, Joanna. That the balls keep her busy.
Oh, look, honey.
What?
There's static electricity in my hands. Wow. Okay, here is the clue for clue 5, and I had to make 8 of these. And that's all, just 8 of these. Okay, so this one, and they got static electricity in them too, man. So they're all done for clue 5. So what I'm going to do next before I start clue 2 is we're going to have a little break for a few minutes, and I'm going to show you some pictures that Nikolaj took today while he was down in town. Y'all have heard me mention on and off that we've been getting a lot of snow, and it's been colder than usual for here. And when you see the fjord pictures, you're going to see sea ice. And normally you would see sea ice that had floated down from the East Coast. This is not from the East Coast. This is our fjord making sea ice because that's how cold it's been here. But in the same token, every time it gets this cold and it puts a lot of snow on the ground, then a couple weeks later we get wind from the south, and it melts all of that that's on the lake, the snow part, not the ice, just the snow. And it clears snow in certain parts of, like, up in different areas of the town. And right now we have snow up against the house, and it's coming across like a big huge bank. So Nikolaj keeps having to dig us out. Katie, that means that the fabric is not 100% cotton. It is 100% cotton because it's batiks. The reason there's static is there's something going on in our house that's creating this problem. This is the first time I've seen it, and I already had, because I have static electricity in my hair. Okay. Did I miss anybody? My dog figured out how to get them out quickly. She picks up the ball and just keeps shaking it until they, yeah, well, this ball won't let you do that. The ball has to actually roll. And it's one of those kind of balls where a German Shepherd can't exactly, eventually, she's going to finish, she will get it torn apart. because I'm starting to see tear around the hole where we put the treats in, because sometimes she'll just keep messing with it. But you can hear her I know you can't hear her, but we can hear her rolling the ball around, and you'll hear when the treat hits the floor, and then you'll hear it crunch, crunch, crunch. All right, let me share. I'm going to make sure I have the screen where I can find it first. And make sure I'm going to take it in the right direction. Okay. I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to show you some pictures that was taken today. And honey, if they say anything on the chat, will you keep an eye on it?
Yeah.
Because I can't see the chat. Let me know when you can't. Okay, I hope everyone can see it. So this is from today. This is lake, right, this area flat down here, that is our lake. That's the front side of it. The lake is about 11.5 kilometers around, and it's called Tasersuwak, and that means big lake in English. So look at all the snow. More of the lake. This is a little, it's Brusen, which is a grocery store, but this is like the size of what you would call a convenience store. But look at it. It's all white and yummy looking right now. These are new condo apartments that were finally finished, and there's some more back here on the back that they're working on. You see that little red spot right there? That is an itty bitty house that lives almost like right along the edge of the lake. Those clouds look like they still have precipitation in them. Yep. Are they saying anything?
Quilter, that's beautiful.
Okay. Oh, the heart is almost covered up. Wow. This is our fjord down here and the harbor. And Nikolaj will there's pictures of them getting closer. Geez, wow, that big tree. Okay, this is the river. Okay, this is the church right here, the Church of Our Savior, which is the old church. So if you go this way, it goes straight to the mouth of the lake. If you're going the other direction, it unloads into the harbor. And here's the harbor. You can see there's sea ice. This was all created by how cold it is right now. More pictures from up top. And this is in the harbor, right, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in the harbor, facing the direction toward the lake. More of the harbor. See all that sea ice? It's not thick enough to walk on, though. It's very thin. Even that one's not thick enough.
Yes, we have Judy. We have a picture of the house. It's part of the. It's part of it. It's part of it. Those pictures she's about to show you.
Yeah. More of the harbor. Out into the fjord. Ask them if, am I going too fast, or do I need to back up a little bit? Tell me what they say.
Well, they're talking about something procedure.
See the fjord, you guys? Look at all that ice that's been created due to weather. More of the fjord in a different direction. This is Princess Mountain up here that you've seen me video several videos of, along with photograph. This is, how did you get around to that side?
I was on the Uyukunova.
Oh, you were over on the boat ramp, weren't you? Yeah. Okay, got it. Okay. Someone was going out on their fishing boat. Might have been, yeah, you might be right. It might be a sheep farmer. More of the fjord.
That, yes, that's the sea ice made from the sea by itself. It's
Yep.
slushy.
It's slushy and it was made here. It didn't float down from somewhere else.
You start to step on it, you go straight down. You will fall right down immediately. So it's not that thick.
Yep.
Oh, we can go down to minus 30 degrees Celsius in some areas. When I was at sea, there was a time where we hit the minus 30 degrees Celsius. It was damn cold, I can tell you that.
Do you guys remember that I've shown you Town Square a couple times with the almost 100-year-old fountain? Normally you could see the bottom part of the fountain, but it's totally covered up right now, and you barely can make out what it is. So over here to the right where I put the mouse at, that's the museum that was built. The building itself is from 1804. The bottom part of this building is 1859. I don't know the year of that one. And home sweet home. Now you get to see how buried in snow we are. Can you see it's way up here on the front of our house? The fence that we have right here, you can't even see it. That was the last picture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's snow like cotton sticking to the trees. Yeah, see how the snow is built up here? This was up, the snow was up here across the two windows, but Nikolaj dug it away from the windows so that we could crack the window to let fresh air in.
The house looked amazing, though.
Yeah.
Storybook like.
Yep. Anyway, we'll take it back and you can look at the house one more time before I stop sharing the video or the pictures.
I don't know what happened with Laura.
This is the rest of the lake back here. What do you mean?
They saw it from Laura.
Something must happen. Okay. All right. So now I'll stop sharing. So that's our little break with pictures. What did y'all think about that? Let me see what happened with Laura. Unfortunately, I had spinal meningitis in 2000, and since then my nerve endings are hyperdrive. Oh, she's talking about nerve pain. What's the lowest temperature in Greenland? I've seen it minus 53 when the wind comes from the north, though. Right now, our current temperature is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Do you have a car? No. It almost looks like living in an igloo. So pretty, though. Can you get out of the house, out to the store? Yes. Nikolaj's been keeping it dug out so that I can get in and out. We went for a walk yesterday. Took Nora out. It was 43 degrees yesterday when we went for our little walk. So everything was all wet in the road. Okay. Judy says she's got to go. Going to dinner. Enjoy your meal.
Enjoy your meal, Judy.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on clue 2, but I'm going to go fill up my cup.
Pat, it's not that cold today.
Yeah, it's not. There's no wind.
Small, light wind.
Did I hear chimes maybe?
Yep.
Oh, so it is blowing a little bit. Is it coming from the south again?
Yep.
Okay, for those who have never seen, I know I forgot to show this to you guys earlier. Most of you know what the hope looks like, but for those that doesn't know what it looks like, it's this colorway. and I'll show you the back. Okay, I've already laid out my pieces.
Andrea's here.
Who?
I'm Andrea.
Oh, hi, Andrea. I have laid them out and labeled them already. Uh-oh, and I just knocked them off. These alphabets drive me crazy. I need to put felt on the back of them so they don't slide off. Okay. Let's see what the directions. So this is what the directions looks like. Actually, the front side tells us we are going to be making 8 of this same pattern right here.
See what she wrote?
Oh, because I'm looking, trying. Howdy, everyone. I've been watching on my TV while I was sewing. Had to log onto my computer so I could tell you how beautiful those pictures are. Thank you, Andrea. He did a super job getting the pictures today because he went out to the store today. I stayed here because I was putting chicken in the pot so we could make soup. It is a very pretty colorway. I agree with you. Where's my leader at? Okay, let's see what the first directions are going to be. And I'm probably going to do chain piecing a lot. We're going to make 8 flying geese to start with. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using D color, which is this color. What is the significance of ice you were pointing out? Hey, Denise, the ice is not, that's not normal for us to build our own sea ice, meaning that the weather here in South Greenland was cold enough to make its own ice. And no, sledge dogs are not allowed south of the Arctic Circle. If they are, they can never go back to north of the Arctic Circle. So for the most part, you only see sledge dogs north of the Arctic Circle and off the East Coast.
I have read dog sled in my youth.
So I'm going to be making flying geese with D, and we're going to use this red, which is A, and we're going to be making 8 of these. Cine Surette, Giovanna, sorry.
No, Giovanna.
Sleep well. Yeah, it's not normal for here because we live south of the Arctic Circle, so we get subarctic conditions here. Now in Nuuk and Sissymoot's south of it, right? Or north of it? North of. Oh, I'm thinking, what's south of Sissymoot between Nuuk and Sissymoot? Manitoulin, yeah.
You can get ice too.
I thought they had sledge dogs in Manitoulin.
Nope, they're not allowed to. They're below Arctic Circle.
Oh, okay.
Sissymoot is the southern part for the Arctic
Oh, the icebergs, Denise? Those come from Ilulissat, where there's a field. We had that ice you saw in the pictures, that was ice. That was not icebergs. That was weather built ice where it made the top of the water of the ocean freeze. But icebergs come from the ice cap. But the ones that I was talking about relating to Newfoundland, those big ones or skyscraper size ones, they come from Ilulissat. There's a fjord up there that's very prolific in calving, and it calves lots of skyscraper size ones. And then they drift over across the ocean up to Newfoundland or down to Newfoundland, and eventually wherever, they melt eventually, unless they're being harvested by people in Newfoundland. Sweet dreams, Giovanna. Did not know that. Do you have dog No, we don't have dogs and a sled. I wanted to teach Coda how to pull a sled, but I never got around to it.
We do have one. We did have one with the video where he dragged that little car.
You mean the wagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Especially because Ichi was sitting in the wagon and not the least bothered by all the way he was pulling that wagon across the ice.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was pretty funny. That video is so dark I can't share it. No way to lighten it up that I know of. Zaza says she has to go. Bye, everyone. Take care and thank you for coming by, Zaza. What time is it, baby?
No idea.
9:26. We've been alive 2 hours. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. I finished a clue and I'm starting another one. I do not enjoy making flying geese at all. But you have to for this pattern. One, two, three, four. This one's 5.
George. Hi, Sylvia.
Spell the word fjord. I don't know what you're saying, if that's a B or an F sound. It's an F sound. Fjord. I used to call it fjord until someone corrected me. Like, it's not fjord, it's fjord. I'm like, okay. Thank you for helping me pronunciate it right. All right, let me see here. Let's look at these polls. Would you be interested in doing a 2-color quilt top? You get to pick only 2 colors. So 59% said yes, 7% said no, and 34% said maybe. And thank you all who commented on the colors that you would use in the 2 colors. Now it's time to come up with a new question. What can I ask? I need to come up with another question. Okay. The next question is, which size quilt do you like to make? Okay. So the question is, which size quilt do you like to make? And I put for these are the what you vote on. A baby lap wall hanging table runner is the first one. A throw twin is the second one. Queen size is 3. And the fourth one is king. And then down below, tell us which one why you chose the one you voted. Oh my God, Katie, owe me a Coke. What size quilt is your favorite? Ah, because we both, we fought at the same time. Hi, Ray, welcome to the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more of these. 7. And oops, I turned that the wrong way. 7, and this will be 8. Okay. Shelby says she'll be right back. Tell us in the chat why you prefer the one you voted on. As my confidence grows, my quilts get bigger. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome, welcome. And Ray said she likes queen size because they're the most useful. I agree with that. Denise says, yesterday the clowns were joking about renaming Greenland in red, white, and blue land. I strongly believe in believing people when they show you who they are. It's not looking good, in my opinion. I agree with you, but I do not believe that Greenland's going to allow it. Denmark's not going to allow it, and neither will NATO. Because Greenland is part of NATO, and you don't threaten to take a fellow NATO country. That's an act of war. I do find, we all find it alarming. You know, we were talking to some friends, or we were talking to Nikolaj's sister yesterday, and you know, we were talking about some of the Greenlanders are not feeling safe right now like they did, thanks to the United States of America. The insulation and the way you felt safe here has been taken away due to the talk. Gets done faster. Variety of endo is less. Do you think that the bigger it is, the more expensive it is, or do you think it's less expensive to do the bigger ones? I just finished one that was 60 by 64, and I have another one that's about 80 square, and another one that I haven't measured yet, but it's probably going to be 80 inches. Nice, Pat. More expensive, you need more fabric, costs more to get quilted. It's definitely not cheap to get things quilted. I can't believe the price of some long arms are charging. I saw one the other day where it was 3.5 cents per square inch, plus the cost of the thread and cost of the needles. And I'm thinking, now we're charging for all the things. Yeah.
Right now I'm working for a Harry Potter set.
Who said that?
Pixie Trust Traveler Tracy.
Hey, Tracy, good to see ya. You can type exclamation selfie to share your channel if you like. And Sylvia says, as an American, I apologize. Talking about what all this talk about Greenland Babe. We know a lot of Americans are this is not what a lot of Americans want. It's embarrassing. And so far, everybody here in town hasn't been treating me any different. When it first started being talked about a lot, there was a couple people looking at me funny. But I think because of my comments in Facebook and stuff, they understand that I'm not agreeing with this at all. I mean, out of respect, normally I'll fly my flag on certain times, like my birthday, 4th of July, you know, because it's Independence Day. This year, I will not be flying my flag at all out of respect for Greenlanders. I have permission to fly it, but I do not want to inflame things. Because I live here. So no flying flags. There's another American here in town. He's married to a Greenlandic woman, and he is upset by everything too because, you know, he lives here too. Sylvie says, wait, I already read that. Joy T's more expensive. You need fabric, costs more to get quilted. Sylvie says, I have grandma from Canada and one from Mexico. So you have it from both ends. Wow. We're all from a hodgepodge of immigrants. And I'm sorry that so many find it upsetting when the subject comes up. But you know, I try to, other than during our little discussion about Greenland on a live, which was about Greenland, I've tried to be respectful, but if things continue on the path they're going on, it may be harder and harder for me to avoid the subject because it's affecting all of our lives here in Greenland. And I care about that. I moved here because it made me feel safe. He makes me feel safe. Yes, I am, Sylvia. So let me tell you when I'm going to be working on that. I will be working on that on February. I'll start the first month one. I'll probably already have it cut out before we do it. But on the 22nd of which is Saturday. By the way, on the 22nd, Janice will be coming back to sew with me. And Shonda, who you saw with me live the other day, she's going to come over and join me and Janice on the 22nd. And we're all three going to sew together. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. I understand that, Joy T, but you can't expect me not to say anything about Greenland because I live here. And that's not fair to put that on me. It really isn't. And I don't want you to be offended that I said that because I'm not being mean. I'm really not. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can about this. But this is not politics. This is a country trying to take over another country. This is doing bad things. Don't be mad at me for saying that, okay? Because I care about you coming to see me. And it hurts me to have to, you know, because I love all of y'all. Y'all are my friends. I would love it if we didn't have to talk about any of it.
Oh, looks like I missed this part.
Look on the floor because I thought I heard something hit the floor earlier.
Big piece.
I don't remember, but I think so. It sounded like it might have been a kind of a.
Oh, there it is.
So I was right.
Yep.
I meant to tell you earlier that I thought something hit the floor and I forgot to, because I heard it, but my brain was like, forgot to mention it. Sorry, babe.
Yeah. Comment.
So anyway, what's the weather like everywhere else in the world? Where you live at, is it cold where you're at, or has it already started feeling like springtime? When I asked Joy the other day about the weather in North Carolina, she said they had a few days where it felt like spring and then a few days where it felt like winter again. So tell me about your weathers. Okay, Joy. Thank you. Right, let me see here. Looks like we're going to be making lots of flying geese all the way up until step 4. Sylvia says it's 29. Wow, she says, aren't we at 28 or 29? We're at 20. Wow, you're only 1 degree warmer than us, and snow is expected tomorrow, Sylvia says. And Joy T says, chilly cold at 51 degrees like Charlotte, North Carolina. She says she wished it was colder to tell us the truth. Do you like snow, Joy T? The weather has been very violent here. I mean, worse than usual. There's a small town where there's some cabins at, and the weather got so violent that it knocked, was it 2 cabins?
I think houses.
It said cabins. That's what it was calling it.
Okay.
Or the translation said cabins. They were hunting cabins or something. I don't know exactly, but anyway, 2 of them got knocked off their foundation. Or ripped off the foundation, something. You usually don't see that in Greenland, where they're built very tough.
Yeah. This cross station is done.
It's still cold. It should not be cold. There's definitely something going on over here with the static. It must be the.
You hear me?
You're done with it?
Yeah, King's Cross Station is done.
So now what are you going to work on?
I think I need to take another bag out and work on it.
Okay.
I need to put these out first too.
Are you gonna try to fix the shelves to put all those creators together, or what's your plan?
Well, I have to take the shelves off. Work on the
What, reset it?
yeah.
Well, we have extra of those brackets, babe. We can put some on the corners so the weight can be evenly distributed.
Yeah.
That might be a good idea to do that since you're going to redo it. Welcome back, Shelby. Joy Key says 67 is still nice, Laura, but not much higher than me. Joy Key says, as long as I don't have to shovel or go shopping. Shelby's back, so welcome back. Shelby says, I like to make lap throw size quilts because they are much easier to wrestle while quilting them on a large quilt versus a large quilt. Gotcha. Now we need 8 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Harry Potter set is done.
Do you want to show it to him?
Might be a little difficult because I need to play first.
Okay, let's get these on here. It's weird that I'm finding static. We might have all this static going on because we let a bunch of cold air into the house a little while ago. Well, actually, I've done it 3 times today where I've opened the front door and let it be all the way open and just let all the cold air pour in and all the hot air pour out. And that might be why we have static in the house today. Why does this say preparing for a live stream? I guess I probably would feel differently if I had my own long arm. And then Laura says, Joy T, it's not bad for sure compared to other areas. Unfortunately, my rescue dog is afraid of any kind of weather front and requires medication. Where do we know about that, babe?
What?
Bad weather causing a dog to be in mental crisis. Because Ichi was like that. Nora, on the other hand, she could care less. So what I'm doing is I'm pinning the other side on for these flying geese. And then I'm going to chain stitch again. And then I'm going to leave them on the chain stitch because then I'll start the next part of the next set of flying geese since I'm already going to have this started already. That way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay. How many of you are ready for spring to get started? Spring is still like a little over a month away. It's like I told Nikolaj today, I'm like, okay, I'm already over the snow now. It's the middle of February and I want spring to hurry up and get here. But we still have to deal with March because I think we'll get more snow in March. All right, go ahead. Let me see what that thing is saying.
Preparing live stream.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Well, I finished the Harry Potter set, the King Cross Station, where we in the first movie where he was going for the school that he cannot find platform 9 3/4. This is how it looks like.
You gotta hold it up more, babe. There you go. That's all there is to that?
Well, there's a train. There's vehicles to
Oh,
it.
okay, got you. Shelby says, nice, Nikolaj. Joy T says, good, Nikolaj. Or Nico.
I got the. I think it's leave it here. The cars. These are the cars. There's one here that I have put it away with other trains that I have.
Oh, that's the one that I took the picture of yesterday?
Yeah.
Or you took the picture of?
Yeah.
Because I wanted it for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Move it this way a little bit. There you go.
And I can.
You already put it away?
The train. I can.
The locomotive?
I can always pick up the locomotive.
Yeah, they might like seeing the locomotive.
I was in two.
Pat says, love it. Now I want one. Sylvia says she likes the train. Cool. It's so realistic, says Shelby. He's going to get the locomotive now. He already had that part built because I took a picture of it and put it on the thumbnail yesterday. He only has like 17 trains.
I have a tote here just for the trains. I mean, for the real train engines.
You can set it right there if you want. Or on the ironing station.
Yeah. This is how the locomotive looks like.
You want me to turn the camera a little bit?
It's okay.
Will that help? There you go. So that's the locomotive for the Harry Potter one. Shelby says, nice. Sylvia says, cool. You want to show them your other trains?
Well,
since you got that box out? Joy T says, did you complete all your Christmas presents already?
Yeah, I already
did all of them. You know, he would have had them done even faster if I hadn't talked him into doing them on lives. But I'm so proud of him because he was, you know, being a little twitchy, like, I want to get in there and build. I want to get in there and build. But I'll wait till the live. I'll wait till the live. I'm like, okay. Which one out of those Christmas presents did you like doing the best?
I like those houses that I make.
Which one?
Well, all of them.
You don't have a favorite out of the three? Because you did Home Alone, you did Corner Garage, and you did the Jazz Club.
Well, Home Alone was good. I got a lot of fun out of it. I'll figure it out later. Like I said, I got all kinds of trains here. This is a freight, and I think this is another freight train.
This one is your own one?
Yeah. And
yeah, I agree with you, Joy T. Home Alone is phenomenal. Shelby says she's partial to Dungeness crab caught. Oh, she's talking about crabs. What is Dungeness crabs? I think I need to buy some new straight pins because some of these straight pins are starting to be a little bit of a pain. They're not sharp anymore.
Well, more trains.
Wow.
I think this one is more like some of the American trains.
Yeah, that locomotive looks like an American one, yeah.
And here's another one too. Blue and king crab. Yeah.
We have snow crabbers at King Crabs here. Snow crabs, right?
Yeah.
Northern Atlantic snow crab. Joy T says, nice, Nico. Joyce Hernandez says she's ready for spring.
No. Here is the one that I know for sure that it came from the US. It said,
What's this say on there?
what does it say here?
Santa Fe. Cool. One king crab leg is $40. Wow. Talk about expensive to eat. I'm so happy that seafood's not expensive like that here. It's just everything else that's pricey.
And of course, that I have a Maersk train too.
Yeah, they might not know who Maersk is.
I think they've seen the train, but
No, I doubt they see Maersk trains in the United States.
no. But
It's not a United States thing.
it's a Danish name, shipping name.
They may have seen the big ship in port, maybe in a news thing or something if they watch the news. Because I've seen it. I've seen that big Maersk ship a couple times in a couple of the newscasts on PBS when they were talking about port stuff.
Yeah.
And they would show a video of the port they were talking about.
You've been on board on one too.
Yeah, I've been on that brand new one, that big one, that humongous one. That was it took 16 flights of stairs to get up to the bridge. And you could see all of Copenhagen when you were on the bridge. It was pretty amazing. Wasn't it, babe?
Yep, it was. These are just a few.
Maersk is a shipping company.
It's a Danish shipping company.
They built a really huge shipping container ship, and that thing, oh my God, it's so big. So it's so big that any of the older ports, there's no way for it to get back into. Yeah, they're a transportation company in Europe. Yep. But it's a Danish company. We have some pictures of it. I'll have to find them. Post them on my community tab.
Triple E.
Yeah, the one you and I went on.
That they call it Triple E.
I didn't know what it was called. I just know it was freaking big. I'd never seen such a ship that size before. Do you think that thing was as big as an aircraft carrier?
I think
Pretty close.
pretty close.
I can't remember how many crew they said lived on board. But the bridge was huge. I mean, the bridge probably was the size of our house, if not bigger. They make Nikolaj's shrimp trawler look like a baby.
Like a small boat.
Yeah, like a small boat. It's so big. And we got to see it before she set sail on her maiden voyage. We got invited on board. Nikolaj was, we were in Monkey Bow with the Kakatsiak, and I don't know how they swung it, but the whole crew that was there working while the ship was in dry dock, and us wives were with our husbands, we all got to go and see it and walk on it. Go to the bridge. We did the bridge. They took us down below and showed us a lot of parts of the ship and the containers. I don't know how many containers high it stacked, but it's crazy. Lots of stuff gets transferred on them. Put it this way, if it was not, wait a minute. Sylvia says, I like halibut. Wait. I like halibut the first 2 days. Those fish are big, lots of leftovers. I didn't know halibuts got so big until I saw there was a ship here in that ported here. I don't know what year it was, but they were unloading halibut, and I always thought they were like this size, and they're huge. I'm getting hungry again. Okay, so now I have 8 of these done. I just need to press them. But what I'm going to do, I'll press them in here directly. I'm just going to go ahead and start the next set of flying geese. Where do these go to, babe?
What?
These are the battery operated for the train?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. I'll take them.
Here, I'm going to set them right there. All right, the next one I need to do will be E, which will be this dark red right here. It has hearts on them. We'll be making 8 of those. So I'm gonna make sure I have 8. 2, 4, 6.
This is the remote for those battery operated.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about. And then I'm going to use D, which will be this light pink. I'll be using this as the flying geese part. Okay. So let me get these pulled apart so that I can deal with them easier. Can you let air in again?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know why I'm so hot. It must be hot at this side of the house. We have windows over here and we have a back door over here, but we can't open them because they're covered in ice or covered in snow. There's no way to open them. Yeah, or if he goes around there and digs them out, which there's no point in doing that. So we just open the front door. Hey, Kristen, welcome, welcome. Wait, all right, I missed something. Rita says, put it this way, if it was not for the fact that we have to eat, I would not eat. Yes, I cook from scratch all the time, just not a fan of food. Do not have what I would say is my favorite. I love cooking. Joy T says, I just recently saw a photo of a cruise ship Symphony of the Seas. Talk about crazy big. Yeah, I would never get on that thing. My fear of it flipping upside down would be too strong. I just, let's see here. Joy T says, I wish I was like that, Rita. I like regular food. I'm not a fan of desserts. And then Sylvia says, when my kids were small, we'd run to the dock to see. We got a tour once. Kids love it. Yeah, the ships are amazing. Kristen says hello, and Joy T says, so Katie, I think Santa needs a bigger sleigh next year for Nico's Legos. Santa has to outdo himself. Nico was way too fast. I agree with you. It means I need to start shopping in September. So that when he gets it, he's got a whole boatload of them. he does have a wish list, believe it or not, of some, because there's still some things of that creator set that has to do with those buildings that he wants to do. I do have something to show you guys, though. I hope they still have it. Hang on a minute. Let me go. I'm going to go over to the browser real quick and look for something that's Lego related. And if it doesn't get retired too soon, I'm hoping to order it. So give me a minute to find it. But it's Lego, but when you see it, you'll see why I want it. Because y'all are always hearing me talk about the word love. Oops. Did she go outside?
Yeah. Need to take a
bathroom break.
Yeah, bathroom break.
All right, let's see here. Where's the search button? There.
Now?
Yep. It's not cold, but yeah, the fresh air is helping. Anytime you want to go on any of these websites these days, do you want to save for the cookies? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that before you can even look at their website? It is here. Oh, wait till you see this, you guys. Because I'm hoping I can order it. It is the coolest thing ever. I'm going to share the screen. And babe, keep an eye on the chat and see what they say about it.
Right.
Let's share the screen. Check this out, y'all. I want this for the craft room. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. What do y'all think about that? Is that the coolest thing ever? It just hit the market in January. Are they saying anything?
Okay. Let's whisper from that would be awesome.
The size. Let me see if it says what size it is. It should tell us.
George said, "Oh yes, I can see that in your craft room."
Yep, I want it. I want it.
Susan say, "Wow."
But it's called Lego Art.
Pat said that would be also for your craft room. Yeah, still work in progress on that, Sophie.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the sewing room. It'll happen when it happens. But you can see it's like a piece of art, and you can put it together however you want to.
So this again looks great.
Okay, let me see what the dimensions are on this. Let's see, where's the specs on this? Specifications. Okay, so this was created by Robert, Indiana's famous sculptor with a Lego Art Love building set inspired by the iconic pop art sculpture, which celebrates its 55th anniversary in 2025. This Lego brick build model makes a great gift for couples, art lovers, and anyone who wants to celebrate love. And it has 791 Lego bricks in it. It comes with 2 building instructions so you can enjoy whichever way you want to build it. Where's the size at? It is 791 pieces, and it measures over 10 inches high by 10 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep. That's the size of it. Cool or what, y'all? And I want it for the sewing room or the craft room.
I'm going to start being a bad man too, Georgie, for that part.
Can we not talk about that? Y'all are gonna spoil my mood.
I don't know, but she's asking, did you start taking one item of the?
No, I didn't even. No, actually, that's not true. I have been in there, but yeah, not for very long. You do not get to put all this on me, though.
I'm going to be playing the bad man here for that part. That is small sneeze, and here you have it done.
Yep, but I wonder how long it would take for me to make it. Oh, and I need to turn the spotlight off. But isn't it cool? I want one. Joy T says, coming up there to clean it out for you. Come on, girlfriend. It might be fun doing it with another woman. Maybe, I don't know. You don't mind sleeping on the sofa? Right, babe?
Yeah.
I'd have to clear all the fabric off the sofa. Because the sofa's right behind me. Yeah, it does make it look big, but the color is just bright. My goodness, it's like right in your face, which is right up my alley, as y'all know. It'll fit in with my other stuff. There's another Lego set I want, and that's they have an 18th century glass house. And me and Nikolaj looked at it recently, and we looked at the specs, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Wish I could come too, Joy T. Yeah, y'all come on. If you want to get on an airplane, come on. We have to make a surprise trip and double tag Katie. Come on. I'm sure I can figure out what to do about sleeping arrangements. I could always sleep on the sofa and they could sleep in the bed, huh?
We do have a follow-up bed.
Yeah,
too.
we do have an air bed. That's right. I forgot about that.
Air bed.
Can y'all hear a little noise in the background? Kristen said she would love to visit Greenland. I hope all of y'all get to visit Greenland in the near future. Because in June, it's going to be so much easier to do just that. 2 flights a week will be going in and out of Nuke and Newark, New Jersey. And it's only a 4-hour flight.
Everything goes well so far. In my opinion.
It'll depend on Nuke, I know that. Joy T says I can sleep anywhere. She's not fussy. That's awesome. Well, hop on a plane and come on. You can come keep me company while Nikolaj's gone. Oh, she got another one out of the ball. This is really good stimulation for her because it keeps her thinking. I would like to get one of those where they have to put a paw on something to make it flip up. But I wonder how long it probably would take her long to figure it out. There's this one dog food feeder that they make it like a game kind of like, but it's set on a timer too. There's a video of this dog. I think it was a poodle. The poodle figured out how to turn the knob with its mouth to make it keep putting dog food out. Except in the woods in a tent where creatures slither along. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't like creepy things. But we have a tent, but we don't have snakes and stuff here. The most you got to worry about is body snatching mosquitoes in the summer for about 6 weeks. Nikolaj doesn't seem to be bothered by them. I can't stand them. Mosquitoes. Not enough land for me. I don't like the feeling of floating. Gophers have me suspect about the stability of my house. Uh-oh. Are they that bad? Yeah, I agree with you, Joy T. Hopefully, when things get into full swing and there's lots of the demand for flights, continue to rise, it should drop the prices of them. Where would you be flying from anyway? You'd be flying from North Carolina, wouldn't you? Might as well start this other flying geese. All right, we need D. How many of them we need? 8.
Well, Sylvia is Mexico in June. I'm in Mexico in June.
Well, the flights start up in June, and then after the reason we mentioned June is because that's when they're going to start doing this. And then from then on out, as long as the weather's good, it'll happen year round. If there was a direct flight from here to there, I don't know if there's going. I guess it would depend on. I think American Airlines is the one handling the flights, unless something changed. Because then I saw something about American Airlines was having issues. So, not with Denmark. I mean, not with Greenland, but their own airplane problems.
Nope.
Come on.
You're not gonna get my. Nope. You're not gonna get
Honey,
my dog.
It's a German Shepherd. Let me have him, please.
Nope. You
Pretty
don't.
please.
You have arrested my orca. So
You're not getting the orca back.
I'm going to arrest this one then for you.
Oh.
Besides, I got another one here too.
Yeah, well, that shark's not as evil as that orca is. You can still bite me with it. Really? Are you gonna make me arrest the shark too? Yeah, that's what I saw. So I don't know. They may change companies. I don't know. Put out poison because there are lots of cats about.
This is in California.
Yeah. Sylvia says there's a big difference from Alaska. Nico, put the dog in the orca's mouth, is what Joy T says. You shouldn't have done that because he's going to come and do it. Somebody's going to get upset when they see that. Oh my God. Oh no. You see how he put it in there head first.
Oh, and that's it back.
Why? I was just gonna leave it there
Uh-huh.
for everybody's humor. All right, now we need these. You guys are too funny. 2, 4, 6. Wait a minute, there might be 7 there.
And Felix is here.
Who? Oh, hey, Ann. How are you? Welcome to the channel. We're having lots of fun right now between sewing and having orcas eating dogs. Oh, the comedy today. Okay, put the shark in the, wait, now she's saying put the shark in the orca's mouth. Oh, that's a better idea. Hey, Candace.
Oh,
Is it gonna work? Oh, wait.
that worked.
No, we haven't been drinking, Candace. I hope you're far away from the fires. Joy T saying to Denise. Joy T's like, laugh out loud, laugh out loud. Oh, the shark works better than the dog, huh? She says that is funnier. Oh my gosh. Children and their toys. Joy Cheese says she's cracking up over there. Well, at least everybody got a laugh tonight with that. For those who don't know what's going on, that just walked in, we got an orca eating a shark right here. Yeah. Let me spotlight real quick so you can see. See right there? Ah.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I got 2 dogs here.
Another German Shepherd?
Yep.
Dang it, man. Ann says, I've been long arming all day. I need this and a glass of wine. Good. We made someone laugh tonight. Good, good. That's just too funny. I am tickled now. Please, someone needs to write in the comments section below of a replay. For those of you who didn't watch the live, you need to go about midways of, or somewhere through the live, and you'll see orcas eating dogs and sharks.
They get 3.
3 of them now? Dang. Don't tell orca you found it. Wait, shh. Don't tell orca you founded another snack for him. Get it, honey?
Yep. I got 3 more. I got 3 German Shepherd dogs here.
More snacks for the orca. Oh my goodness. We are having fun tonight. Just watch the movie Jaws, says Joy T. Man, I don't remember if I have mentioned Jaws before in passing. When I was a teenager, I must have been, I think that movie came out in 1979, right?
I think so.
Somewhere around there. So that would have made me, no, it must have come out sooner than that because we moved to Lake City in 75 and we hadn't been living there all that long then. But my mother had bought the paperback book of Jaws. And she bought it before we moved to Lake City, actually, I think. And I told Mom, I said, I want to read that. She's like, nope, not reading it. I'm like, why not? Because I don't want you having bad dreams. And I'm like, that book is going to make me have bad dreams? And she's like, probably. So one afternoon when she and I could read a whole entire book within hours, one morning on the weekend when she had to work, I walked in there, I snuck in their bedroom and took her book and went into my own room. I read the whole book that one day. And then I put it back in my mom's room. So she didn't know I had read the whole book of Jaws, that first Jaws book. And I'm like, what's the big deal here? Because it didn't scare me. You know what scared the tar out of me? Is when my dad took us to see it in the theater. And I was a little bit older. I was probably 15, I guess. That movie scared me so bad. I won't go in the ocean deeper than my knees because it scared me so bad. So it wasn't the book that was scary, it was the movie. And I think the part that scared me the worst was when they're under the water and their boat has a hole in it and you see this head pop out. And and you're in the theater and I wasn't the only one that screamed when that happened. And I'm like, okay. And I had to leave. I walked out of the theater later. My dad comes out and says, where'd you go? Out here. Why? And I said, because that movie was just too disturbing for me. Poltergeist was the scariest movie to me when I was a kid. I've only seen one of them as an adult, and it didn't bother me that much. You know, I want to see the remake of isn't it the remake of The Exorcist that just came out in the last couple of years?
I think so.
And you said don't, because he saw the movie trailer of it, and I made a comment. You know, I'd really like to see it, but I think it'll make me have bad dreams because I have bad dreams so easy now. And he says, yeah, this will make you have bad dreams because it's very graphic. I'm like, great, because the original Exorcist didn't bother me that much. I think it was The Exorcist, whichever one has the girl in it. Anne says she hates anything scary. Poltergeist was, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. No more comments. Okay.
What about cannibals?
What?
Cannibals.
Cannibal?
Yeah, cannibalism. Yeah, there was my years around 80s. There was movies with cannibals in it.
Was that what it was called?
Yeah, I think so.
Then I probably have not seen it, which is probably a good thing. The Hannibal Lecter movies were disturbing, but I didn't really mind them that much either. I mean, especially the one where he's got that big tattoo all on his back side of him.
What about The Ring?
Candace says, first movie my parents took me to, I was a toddler. It was Orca. I yelled, fishy bite through the movie. Oh no. Joy says, I wouldn't watch it after seeing the original. And oh, Linda Blair, yeah, Joy T, that one. Yep. Because they did a remake of that same movie, and there was a movie trailer out, and that movie trailer looked pretty bad. Hannibal Lecter, yep. I loved how he would talk to Clarice. Joy T is still laughing at the orca. Good. I'm glad we made your night tonight. All right, now that I got some chain piecing done, and my thread cutter is working beautifully now, so now we know what the cause was. A dirty sewing machine.
Oops, sorry.
Excuse you. Is anyone going to go see? Anyone in here going to go watch the new Captain America movie by any chance? I think it's going to be interesting because you got Harrison Ford playing the bad guy. And I like Harrison Ford. Having to take something apart?
No, it got stuck in between.
Ooh. Joyce says, laughter through the movie Jaws, you could tell the shark was fake. Now you can, but back then you didn't know the difference.
But there is a story about that shark. When they make that movie, when there's a mechanical failure to that shark, everybody in the beach knows about that.
I'll bet they
There's
did.
some kind of an announcer. I think they call it an announcer or something kind.
Yeah, I guess.
Announcer that keeps saying, "Oh, the fake it busted again." Blah blah blah.
Oh, the producer or the director?
No, at the beach goers hear every time when something's going on with the shark.
That's what I'm saying. They're hearing the director saying it.
No, from the announcer from the beach, wherever they make that movie.
The director is who's directing the movies.
I know he only directed the movie, but everybody in the area that wasn't part of the movie set knows what's going on in the set.
Oh, because someone was telling what was going on.
Yeah. If there's a mechanical failure, everybody knows that within when it happens.
That's interesting. They filmed some of Captain America at my son's school. We live near Marvel Studio. That's so cool, Candace. I knew that they filmed it in Georgia. Georgia, right? Hey, Jess. Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a good day today.
Hi, Jess.
It's good to see you. Alrighty.
Oh, Jess, don't mind about the orca.
We'll see if she even notices. I should turn off the yeah, spotlight. Yeah, yeah, that's where I would have loved to have seen that, Candace. I just hope it's a good movie because I am so looking forward to getting out of movie drought online. There's no new movies that I want to watch. All of them are doggone horror movies, and I'm not the least bit interested in those.
See what you wrote? Yes.
She says, hi, Katie and Nico.
I don't know. A little bit lower.
Hello, just finishing my day, laugh out loud. Really? This late? Yep, they need to hurry up and make some more movies, good science fiction movies and more Marvel movies. I would be perfectly happy if they came out with another Godzilla movie. That would make me happy. But it looks like the next Godzilla movie won't be out until 2026, I think. I have been watching Godzilla my whole life. Just about. I remember when it started out black and white. And boy, did it look fake back then. Now it doesn't look fake. Somebody wants. What is it, Nora?
I think
She might need to go outside.
I was just taking her out.
Let's look at her. What? Do you need to go shoo-shoo?
She had been outside, I said.
I heard you, but she wants something.
There's
It's inside.
S-O-O-D.
There's some in the refrigerator ready for her if you want to give it to her. Because she's just not going to have no eggs tonight since we don't have any. Unfortunately, we are out of eggs. A dog who loves eggs. But I think I ought to take some, you know what? I need to make some salmon. What do you say about that?
Yep.
You want to have salmon? Wait, I still have some cream left over. I've got curry. I've got, how much rice is left over in there?
I thought you had a curry.
I found another bottle of curry, but how much rice do we have left?
I remember. We'll do it in the morning.
I'll look in the morning. Because if we got rice, then I can make salmon. And we can have curry to go with it. Which would be great. So I'm trying to finger press all these and then put them under the hot iron before I put the other half triangle on. And then we'll have lots of flying geese to sew together. Did you find them, babe? Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Did she break her stay?
Where's your man, girl?
Yes, nobody.
Where's your man?
He's feeding Nora, so she won't be barking. Feed me, feed me.
Feeding now.
Hey, if I barked, would I get fed? Nikolaj's not going to even answer that question.
Oh, you want soup?
Yeah, but I don't think people want to watch me eat. I'll wait till after the live to eat. Tomorrow, honey.
Look at what Candace wrote.
Candace says she cooked salmon for dinner tonight. How did you cook your salmon, Candace? I think what I'm going to do you want to do it in the oven or you want me to poach it? I think I'm going to poach ours because that's what he's interested in. Jess says, I haven't even thought about what's for dinner yet for me. I'm going to put curry with those salmon, Candace. How did you make yours? Joy T says, you can eat, Katie. Keep your strength up. Yeah, but some people might not like seeing me eat in front of them. Although I did it on the live because I didn't care. I was hungry then because I'd been on that live all those many hours. Pan sauteed with lemon pepper. You'll have to send me the recipe so I can try it, Candace. And I'll send you the one with the curry. Unless you don't like curry. It's a pretty simple recipe. The curry, you just make the curry sauce. You don't cook the fish in the curry. Well, you could, but we don't. I poach the fish instead. And then I make rice to go with it along with a stir-fried vegetable, along with the curry sauce, homemade from scratch curry sauce. And then you can put it in a little gravy thing, and then you can just pour it all over your food. Yummy. Jess, the orca's eating the shark because it's hungry. It tried to eat a dog earlier. Let's see what Jess says. She'd be like, have y'all lost your minds? She's like, what are you talking about? The insanity of it all, right, babe?
Enjoy your dinner, Georgie.
Enjoy your dinner, Joy T.
Speaking of eating, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone so I can make something for dinner.
What you gonna make?
Georgie wants that recipe for that curry.
Okay, I'll get it made up and then I'll email it to you. You have my email. Yep, I'll make it up and send it to you. No problem. All right, let's get the other side of these flying geese sewed together. Want to catch cotton cuts at 8. They are telling Ian and Sean's their colorway. Yeah, I just watched the replay of that. Because next Thursday is the PMQ sew together on Zoom. And so I'll have to end my live at the usual time instead of going out later like I am tonight. I'm intentionally doing it tonight because I want to sew. And this will keep me motivated to sew.
We could just stop now, eat, and listen to Anita while we do it.
Are you wanting to get off the live?
That's up to you.
We can get off the live at 11 our time, which would be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hey, Mary G, how are ya? Good to see you. Yeah, it starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 11 our time. Okay. I was just going to go watch the replay. I bet you Sean ends up with a batik out of it. If he doesn't, it'll surprise me. How are you doing, Mary G? I'm getting quite a bit done on this clue, babe.
Okay, good.
We're rolling along here. I might get all the flying geese done before we stop. If I can get all the flying geese done, that's the hard part. The rest of it's going to be simple to put together. You know, as far because then I have to make 8 of them. When I start sewing them all together, there'll be 8 clues. Okay, Joy Teeth. I'll make sure you get a copy, recipe. I'm going to have to say you're going to have to guess, but yeah. I have to figure out how, because I used what 2 shallots in that one I made the other day. Which Lego is Nico making? Asked Mary G.
Well, trying to make a police vehicle.
Are you?
Yeah.
You got a book for that one?
Yeah.
Come show it to her then, babe.
Yeah. Like this. A thief with a trying to rob an ATM machine.
That is too funny. Have you guys enjoyed watching him make Legos while we're sewing? I hope you have, because it's been fun for him, because he's sharing in his love of building things out of kits. He's trying to figure out how to use the software where you can design your own thing. I'm hoping one day he'll create something out of the software where he can, who knows, you never know, he might create something that he can send to Lego. I see she's back to playing with the ball again.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go. I just noticed something. I need to go back and re-pin some of these. Mary G, are you working on anything new, or do you have a current project you're doing? That's okay. Welcome back, Shelby. Busy day with telephones. Wow. Pay attention. Now she's toting the ball around. You made her day putting something in it. You know that, right?
Yeah.
She's like, you put something in it, and I'm going to keep on trying till I get all of it out. That tail is just a wagging. Here, I'll show you the ball, y'all. Come here, Nora. Can I have a ball for a minute? Can I have a ball for a minute? This is how big the ball is. And she's just starting to wear that little hole out. Yep, there's still stuff in it too. Quiltanon says, getting off work early. See you in the chat. Okay, drive safe going home. Mary says, I was making placemats to donate to the care center. Oh, that's cool. Okay, got these pins. Yeah, I wish I thought, oh, by the way, y'all, I finally heard from my sister. She says she's doing okay. She's taking it one day at a time. The one that I'm making this quilt for, my youngest sister. Yeah. She sent me a message asking me if I'd heard about John. And I'm like, yep. I wrote back to her to tell her I know about John. I lost another classmate this week, but this classmate that I lost this past week, I've known him since I was 14 maybe, or 15. And we actually dated at one time when I was going to college because we both belonged to the same church. And we dated for a little while. And he had gotten remarried, I don't know, a few years ago. And 2 days ago he passed away. And it made me a little sad because, man, that's really close to home when you have friends passing that you actually know who they are. He's another victim of cancer. Starting to be, used to be when I was younger. I don't know about any of you, but when I was younger, I don't remember hearing that much about. I mean, we knew about cancer, but we didn't know anybody who had, had it or had passed from it. And then when my mother got diagnosed with cancer, and I lost her less than a year after I lost my first husband, that was eye-opening alone. And then my sister, who I'm making this quilt for, she got diagnosed 3 or 4 years ago with breast cancer, but she's doing fine right now. As far as the cancer part's concerned, she's in remission. She's just had other things happen to her that caused other problems. And yeah, and now I keep hearing more and more about it from different people's family members that they've lost, and it's sad because we don't have no cure for any of it hardly. We have cures for some of it, but not all of it. I would like to see a cure for asthma. It is very tough, Shelby. Yep. I think a lot of us have, I don't know, we're starting, as we age, we start noticing this stuff more often. And I also think that the pandemic kind of added to that thing that you don't think about your life being short. And now you realize that anything can happen to cause it to be shortened. All right, let's look at this poll. So the question was, and this was out of 26 votes, which size quilt do you like to make? 12% said baby, lap, wall hanging, or table runner, because I put all of them in one category. 42% said a throw twin quilt size. 38% said queen, and only 8% for a king, honey. Wow. That's pretty good. Okay, I need to make a new poll. What kind of new poll can I make? What can I ask a question? Because I've asked 3 polls so far. Let's do one more. What can I ask you guys? Okay, this is a non-quilted question. Okay. And it's going to be a little bit odd of a question. Okay, so the question is, if you had a choice to go to, go to either a tropical island, or would you prefer to go to somewhere cold? Okay, tropical islands. Tropical islands. And when I mean cold, I mean somewhere like somewhere cold, like Alaska. So I'm gonna put examples here: Alaska or Switzerland. Somewhere exceptional where you could do all kinds of, see all kinds of exceptional places. Greenland. Okay, let's see what, uh-oh, that went over. That's too many. I'm gonna have to cut something out of here. All right, for all y'all, when you're doing the poll, still over. Dadgummit. All right, I'm just gonna put G land, and y'all will know I mean Greenland. Okay. Wait. No. Oh, we're okay on that. Okay. So the poll is tropical islands or somewhere like Alaska, Switzerland, or Greenland. Raina says, I have lost family and a couple of close friends to cancer. It's hard. All these chemicals and additives in our food and environment must be contributing factor in the increase. I have to agree with you. I think it's something in our food chain and where we live at and things like that. I was watching something on YouTube yesterday, and it was people going in the military, and they were talking about certain kinds of guns that they use in the military, and I was watching them shoot the guns, and these guns were the kind where they have all the bullets on these long plastic things that run through the gun. Do you know what those are called, honey?
No.
That the bullets are mounted onto, and it runs through the gun. Anyway, they're made of plastic, and I was watching them shoot them, and I'm thinking, when the bullet goes through the gun, it shoots this plastic out, and I wonder how many people who are doing this gun practicing inhale those itty bitty small particles of plastic that's coming off of the thing that those bullets are mounted onto. And when you think about things like that, you're like, wow, you wouldn't have thought of it if you were just watching it. I just happened to think of it because I could see little tiny minute pieces flying off that plastic as it was ripped off the bullets. And those guys that were practicing on the gun range, they didn't have masks or anything to protect their lungs from it. So you know that they had to be inhaling some of that dust, plastic dust. Hey, Candace, what's the temperature right now in Georgia? I haven't talked to Thomas in a couple of days, so I don't know what it's like right now. I guess Thomas is going to end up out of work for a week because he can't find daycare for his son. Because they have winter break coming up this coming week and he don't have anyone to take care of him. Which is going to be hard because I don't know what his boss is going to say about this. Because he's doing really good on his job.
Success in the day is 4 at night.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's spring weather. Being a single dad makes it hard trying to find somewhere your son can be when school is out. I'm almost there with getting ready to sew more of these triangles on, y'all. And then I'll have all 3 sets of these flying geese sewn, and then all I have to do is press them all. Ah, she got another one out, babe.
Down here.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. And she's over here licking my ankle saying, thank you, Mom. I think you need to be thanking Daddy. He's the one that put them in there.
Don't you just hate it when when a song pops in your head? You just have to. It keeps running back again.
Yep. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, my love.
I got a song with I think somebody played it. Way hey and up to rises, way hey and up to rises. It keep coming back again and again.
Where'd you hear that song from? I don't even know what that song is.
It's what are you going to do with the drunken sailor? What are you going to do?
Oh, it's a sailing song?
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard it from the Irish band.
Oh, that's interesting.
They got the one that I'm listening to was that they're on with the audience where the band goes in a half and half. Like you have the half of the guests and I have the half of the guests. Your guest will say up she rises and mine say with different words.
Oh, they're singing 2 different lines.
Yeah. Yours will say way hey and mine will say up she rises.
Oh.
I will find that in YouTube. It's in the YouTube. You
That's
know what
probably
I mean.
a song that Blaze would like since he likes those sailor songs.
Yeah.
For those of you who voted on the poll, if you voted for Tropical Island, which tropical island would you like to go to? For those who voted for cooler weather, which country or place that's cooler would you like to visit? And if it's not Alaska, Switzerland, or Greenland, name the place that you would like to see that's cooler. Denise says, are there no use? See, he goes to this place called, because he goes after school to this place, and he's there until until after they feed him anyway. Every day but Fridays. Fridays are closed. But apparently it's called Impact. That's what it's called. But Impact is going to be closed for winter break. So nope, no place for him to go. Just daycare, and we don't have the money to pay for daycare. Boys Club. Your grandson can go to the neighbor or schoolmate that has a parent that doesn't work the same hours as yours. Yeah, the problem is they're so new to Carrollton, and Thomas has only been on his job, what, 3 months, honey?
Yeah, 2
to 3 months, maybe 2. I'm trying to remember exactly when he started. He's not been on. They've not lived long enough because they were homeless all that time for one thing, the whole year, just about. So Thomas hasn't really made any friends yet. He's making friends on the job, but not enough. I don't know. I know that 2 or 3 of the workers there have kids of their own, but they have wives. Thomas has no wife, no girlfriend, nothing. So that's the problem. I was hoping that once he started working, he would think about kind of like socializing a little bit, but I don't think he's quite ready to even think about. Well, and he has his son, so he can't exactly go meet adults anywhere. He doesn't have money to go bowling or things like that where he could actually meet people. I'd like to go to an island in the Mediterranean or to the South Pacific. Okay, looks like we got this last. All righty. Now we'll be pressing all these flying geese, which are 3 sets of 8. So we have just made 24 flying geese tonight for this clue. I had made a lot of them for clue number 5, so this is clue number 2 I'm working on right now. And this is probably where I'm going to. Yeah, you doing okay over there?
Yeah.
All right. I wish I knew more people in, where they live at, but I don't. I'm as much of a newbie to Carrollton as Thomas is to Carrollton. Just got 2 ads. They cut your reply off about your grandson not making. Oh, wow. They just haven't met enough people yet because they're so new to Carrollton. And Thomas has only been on his job for about 2 to 3 months. So and most of those people who have children have wives. And Thomas doesn't have a girlfriend or a wife. Have y'all been seeing a lot of ads tonight? Because no one has said anything until now about the ads. So I was curious if you're seeing ads. Yeah, he hasn't made any friends yet. And as far as Blaze is concerned, I don't know about friends. I wish daycare wasn't so darn expensive. they have all kinds of programs with mothers with kids, but with men with children, that's different. There's really not a lot of programs for men who are raising children by themselves, which I find very interesting. I guess there's not that big of a population of men who are raising their kids by themselves. Which I think is something that should be at some point addressed, I guess. You know, by someone. 7 of them? Oh, really? Wow. I didn't even know y'all were seeing ads because I had my stuff that's supposed to not even be happening. Raina says, I am so cold natured that I would have to visit the colder areas in the summer. I had an aunt from northern Scotland, so I would like to visit her. I would love to see Scotland, especially the Highlands.
I would love to see that area where William Wallace is born or something like that.
Yeah. Are you able to hit the skip button on them, Denise? When you've been seeing them? Seven ads that Denise has seen on the live tonight. This is the first time I've heard anyone, because usually I would have heard more about it. I can't believe that your grandson wouldn't be accepted to those simply because the child is with a father, not a mother. What are the programs? Maybe there is a misunderstanding. Well, I know there's something called I can't think of that child care program that's supposed to pay for child care. But that has been dragging on for some time now. And someone's been helping him with it, but she says, I don't mind the ads and they are so quick, they don't put up a skip button. Huh, that's interesting. Denise, when I can think of the name of it, I'll send you I'll let you know because I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called, and I will have to go through some emails to find the name of it. Because he qualified for impact, but that impact only covers for after school from Monday to Thursdays, I think. And then on Fridays, he stays after school at an after school program that's through the school itself, which is different. I didn't think they put ads on live streams, but another one just hit. I was able to skip. Yeah, I've been seeing, I watch a lot of live streams, and recently a lot of live streams have been having a lot of them. I thought, you know, with me, I had mine turned off and they shouldn't be getting any, but maybe something's changed with YouTube. And the ones I watch, usually you can hit the skip button to get rid of it. I mean, you might miss like one less than a second of a lot, and I don't know that I'm missing anything because it seems like it takes me back to wherever I got jerked into the ad with it. Yeah, they put them on live streams. They're not, you don't really see them on, I haven't seen them on pre-records except at the beginning. Like when you first watch a pre-record or a replay. Usually lots of flying geese, you guys. We started at 7:30, so it's 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. When we hit 11:30, we're gonna stop, okay?
I don't know what time it is.
11:15. So we've got 15 minutes left. I think my live might be about to run into someone else's. I think maybe the Siberian Wind's the one. I'm not sure. No, I think she starts at either 11:30 or 12 o'clock, I think. Our time. I think on Thursday. Not sure. Anyone else want to mention where they would like to go for tropical island or where it's cold? While I'm finishing up these pressing of the flying geese. And then I'll show them to you guys, one of each one. Because there's 3 different ones. I've been sitting in this chair too long.
Yeah.
Guess who's in pain?
True.
Yep.
You just get up a little bit and walk a little bit.
I'm probably going to need to stand up. That might be a good idea to stand up and do this. Because that pain is going down my leg again. Nerve pain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that hurt. Sitting too long.
Don't worry, I'll torture her out of it.
Yeah, you'll be getting the massager out probably and try to undo whatever's causing the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm in pain. And I knew that means it's too long sitting. Now, I hadn't been getting up and down like I usually do because usually I'm cutting. And right now I'm not cutting anything. I'm just sewing and pressing. But we're getting closer to where I can press all of them. Someone said something big?
Mm.
Oh, because you made a comment. Y'all still there?
I think they're still there.
Because the chat's not moving.
What could be doing Sophie or somewhere?
Yeah, they're watching a live somewhere else. And I've been invited as a guest on another channel before our live tomorrow night. I think it's going to be tomorrow night. Or tomorrow afternoon, I mean. And then we'll go straight into our live. Sorry to hear you're hurting. Please take care and do whatever you need to get it relief. Yeah, I'm getting close to finishing up here. Normally I'm up and down because I'm usually cutting fabric, things like that. But with the PMQ, it's just sew and press, basically. Because usually when I cut, I stand up and cut. And I also think this chair is really uncomfortable, and we haven't found a new chair to replace it with yet. Because chairs are hard to come by in South Greenland. Very hard to come by, aren't they, babe?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we can't get our hands on. One more, and then I can press them with the iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press one of each and show it to you. And then I think we're going to call it.
I don't know what Tigger is doing.
I wish I was sewing, but I'm just watching and working. Where are you working at, Terry? If that's okay to ask that question. All right, let me pick out one of each one of these.
And Mikey suggested for too long isn't a good thing.
Nope, it's not. All right, I'm rounding up. All right, let's do that one. What is it, Nora? We'll take care of you in a minute, okay? Let mommy press something and show it to them, and then we'll be done. Move.
Tax preparation.
Ah, she's a tax person. That's why she's working.
Well, good that we only do that once a year here.
Yeah, but we don't get to file our taxes. Someone else does it for us.
The office did.
Yeah, I did, but I did Thomas's taxes. I helped file his taxes for him since he only had like that one little paycheck for last year. Okay, here is flying geese number 1. She said she probably won't stop for today until another 3 hours. Wow. Flying geese number 2. And flying geese number 3. And then according to the directions, they have to be, I'll show you how they're supposed to look when they get sewed together. Let's see here.
Don't work too hard though, Terry.
This is A. This is E. And D. Okay, so this is how I'll have to sew all 3 of them together, and I have to make 8 of them. I used to do all our taxes when I lived in the United States. The entire time, the entire 21 years I was married to my first husband, I did all our taxes because I could understand it. I should have got a job doing it because I actually like doing it. Okay, so what do y'all think? It's going to come out pretty good, I think. There's more to this block than that, though. There's going to be a side addition over here on this side for that. I'm not talking. I think everybody's distracted.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, this is it. Thank you for tonight. You want to come say goodbye?
Well,
Do you have anything to show them before we call it?
Nope.
Nope. Thank you. We try not to. Those are nice, Katie. All right. Thank you for coming tonight to the live. I appreciate it. And yes, I ran it longer than usual, only because I needed some watch hours. And so that sometimes doing a longer live helps with that. Anyway, thank you for coming tonight. Have a great night. Remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. And what do you do with all that? You create something. And then tomorrow night, don't forget that I have a live tomorrow night starting at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we will be working on something different. So have a great night. See you tomorrow or see you on the next live. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Okay. Where's my phone? Oh, duh.